Hello, everybody. How's it going? Welcome back to another watch along. Today, we've got the Colorado Avalanche and the Anaheim Ducks. I'm Griffin Youngs, joined by Christian Bolle. We are the hosts of the Tell It As It Is podcast on the Hockey Podcast Network. Thank you so much for joining us for another live stream here on the Hockey Podcast Network. Christian, my friend, how's it going?
It's going great, man. Excited to watch some hockey. I know it's late out in the East Coast where you're watching, so grab a cup of coffee and let's watch some late night hockey.
Let's hope we have a hockey game to watch when the puck drops, because tonight the game is on TNT here in America, and the Rangers and Leafs are not done playing yet. And there's still a good 7 minutes left in that game, and we are maybe 10 minutes away from puck drop.
Yeah, we may be just freestyling here a little bit, watching some flash score and having a good time.
Yeah, we might, for a watch along, we might not have anything to watch for a little bit of this stream. So we'll just have to kind of see where it goes, because there's literally nothing we can do. There's no other alternate stream that we can watch that has the start of the game.
We'll just have a good time. We'll just sit here and hang out. I don't think anyone else is going to be able to watch either. So
yeah. So who knows? We'll see where this goes. But how's it going, everyone? Let's get up on some of these comments here. We got the Avalanche connoisseur saying Ducks without Terry. I'm going to go 5-2 Avs. Good to see you again, my friend. Let's go Avs 5-3. I like that one. Jacob, how's it going, my friend? Good to see you again. Thank you so much for joining us, as you do every single night, just because you're amazing. And we've got Faggio saying, since there's no Troy Terry, I'll say 4-2 Avs. And Faggio, that's my exact prediction. I'm going to say 4-2 Avs. They win this one. I think this is going to be a closer game than it might look on paper, because the Avalanche have played fine lately. Not perfectly. I feel like going on the road, and they've played a lot of games lately, there might be some exhaustion here. This game might be close probably up until the end.
I mean, and Ducks games are always that way when we play the Ducks in Anaheim. They're always close. Even when the Ducks were bad last year, these games were close. So I expect a close game. I like 4-3. I think 4-3, the Avs win it. I think it's a little bit closer, especially if John Gibson's in net. We all know.
Yeah.
We all know what's going to happen.
Gibson is an Avs killer. How's it going, Isha? Thank you so much for joining us, my man. 7-2 for the Avs. Someone's got to get bold on here. You know, nothing ever goes according to plan. You're going to get your 7-2s in there. What's up, Isha? Yeah, and typical Leafs don't know how to hold a lead. For those who don't know, this might come as a surprise, but the Toronto Maple Leafs, they blew a lead today.
You don't say, man.
Now, that's something that's never happened before. They were up 3-1 on the New York Rangers. They gave up 2 goals to Ryan Reeves, which is grounds enough to fold your entire franchise. But now it's 4-3 for the Rangers with 5:38 to go. I'm really hoping this clock ticks down faster and faster and faster, because I really don't want to miss any of this Avs game.
If this goes to OT, we're in some deep shit, man.
Yeah, especially if this goes like into a shootout. My favorite thing, by the way.
Yeah,
we're gonna be in some serious. We might be getting to this game like 6 minutes like into the game.
Yeah, in that case, we'll just watch the flash score, man. It'll be a good time. We'll hang out.
We'll see what Peter says on Twitter.
Yeah,
we'll read off Peter Ball's Twitter while we're waiting. Yeah,
we'll have a good time with it.
Yeah, Faggio's saying also I kind of picked up Francouz in fantasy, so I need a win. I'd have no problem with a Francouz win. And Francouz, I think that's a good investment. He's only getting better and better with each game, because we forget he missed a year and a half. So
yeah,
he's going to be a little rusty in his first couple of games. It shows in his save percentage. And even then, he's been fine. Let's see. Gibson confirmed on daily faceoff. It's going to be one of those games. Gibson is an Avs killer, even though we hit him for four straight last time we played him. I mean, for the Avs, that's low. That's like 2 goals. So yeah, he's probably starting. Jacob, Leafs play good just to lose in the first round. The Leafs might lose in the first round, and the thing about the Leafs, they might be a top 5 team and play like the 3rd ranked team.
Yeah,
that's how dumb the Atlantic is and how dumb the playoff system is. Like, they might get Tampa Bay in the first round, and if it's not Tampa Bay, it's Florida. Like, that might be 1 and 2 in the league. Like, that's not fair.
No, it's not fair at all. So I do think I do think this is the best Leafs team we've seen in a long time.
Yeah. I mean, they got to learn how to hold a lead. I mean, obviously we saw they blew a 4-1 lead to us. Then they blew a 3-1 lead to the Golden Knights, as I'm sure Jacob knows. And they lost to the Coyotes. And they blew another lead the other night, didn't they? I can't remember off the top of my head who they played.
They won, though. I know that.
Yeah, I know they won that game, but And now here they are. They blew a 3-1 lead to the Rangers. Now they're losing with 4:43 to go. So I don't know. Like the Leafs might lose in the first round, and it might be the least embarrassing defeat because they might be playing a team that goes to the Stanley Cup final.
Yeah, like I feel bad for Leafs because I'd say that's probably the best division in hockey.
Not even close. I mean, the Bruins might be the second wild card, and I would not be shocked if they're in the Cup final. They're good.
The Bruins are like that division's loaded. I think the Central's a good division. Don't get me wrong with the Avs, but it's clearly not as good as some of the I'd say it's third toughest division in the league. Pacific being the easiest, and then Atlantic Metro 1-2.
Yeah, the West in general is just not very good this year. And 5-3 for the Rangers now. This game is done. Chris Kreider continues his hot streak.
Let's go. All right, so we should be good.
Yeah, so we'll whenever this game's done, they'll get us to the Avs game. You'll know. And
they already got the last commercial break in too, so it's just literally
we should zoom right by this.
Yeah, hopefully. We should. We should.
You're saying you just got killed by the enforcer Ryan Reeves, which is very funny. Jacob, they don't even play good, but somehow they make the playoffs. The Leafs are good, though.
They're good.
I genuinely feel bad for them this year because I think they're going to lose in the first round, and it's not their fault. They're going to actually. I think that's a good thing because they'll make enough of a case for the 1-8 playoff system that maybe the league brings it back. Because if things don't change unless it happens to the Leafs, so that'd be
that's true. You're not wrong there.
Let's see. Bumat saying, just want to say, guys, I love your podcast. Nick, the one who covers Pittsburgh game, told me about it. Thank you, man. We really do appreciate that. And yeah, that's Nick Berlansky, who runs the Pittsburgh podcast for us. He's great. I know he did some of the podcasts yet, but thank you so much for checking us out. I'm glad you
appreciate it.
Yeah. Faggio or Jacob saying to Faggio, they always play good in the regular season, and they are good this year, but like it sucks because even if they do win a round, then they got to play the other one of Tampa Bay and Florida. If they get out of that, oh boy, it's 5-4. Oh no.
God damn it, man.
Oh man, please don't do this to us.
What a pass by Morgan Riley, though.
Yeah.
Oh, Austin Matthews gets the goal?
I think so. Looked like it went off of him. Jacob saying this is our year in terms of Vegas. Now, we were just talking about you off air right before we started. The Golden Knights, they are good. If the Avs and Golden Knights don't meet in the third round, something went very wrong. I don't see
for one of those teams. Yeah, for one of those teams, something went really bad.
Yeah.
I'd say Vegas probably has an easier route to the Western Conference Finals.
Oh my God, not even a competition. Vegas is Vegas in the Pacific and everybody else. That division sucks.
Yeah.
I'm not even saying that to knock Vegas. The Pacific is genuinely terrible.
Are they reviewing this for Matthews kicking it in?
I've been looking down at chat the whole time. Well, they got the rules analyst on, so I assume so.
It looks like a kicking motion to me.
From the angle I saw, it looked like he deflected it.
We shall see.
We shall see indeed.
But yes, Jacob, we will be doing live streams of the Avs Vegas games. I got just rescheduled today.
Oh, yeah. We'll be doing both of those, by the way.
Yeah.
They'll be within like 10 days of each other.
So, and you guys are good. Vegas is getting lucky that they're facing the Avs on back-to-back in both games. So
I think on the second one, aren't they on the back-to-back? I'm not sure.
I think so.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm not paying attention, so you have to tell us if that's kicking.
I got you.
Faggio saying, remember last time y'all hosted a game on here? I think it was the Avs Preds game. That is correct. The last time we lost a game. Yeah.
My Wi-Fi is working today.
Oh, yeah. So we're already, and they wave it off. No goal. So it looks like we're still on track to have this regulation. But yeah, last one we did was the Avs and Preds game, even though no one watched it. But that was a pretty crazy game with an even crazier ending that I'm still mad about. So hopefully we have a much more, well, maybe not mellow stream, but
just let's have another Rangers one where we win 8-3.
Yeah, less controversial, I would say.
Yeah.
Front Row Productions, how's it going, my friend? Thank you so much for joining us again. And Jacob saying he said 5-3 for this Rangers and Leafs game. Looks you might have had a little bit of a scare there. The Leafs are sponsored by TikTok.
I saw that too.
Looks like you're in good shape right now. Looks like, yep. So officially no goal. 3 minutes 50 seconds left. Might be getting towards puck drop on the Avs.
I haven't gotten the notification yet, so we're still good.
Yeah. Can't stay hot to sleep, but want to stop in and say hi. We appreciate you dropping by and saying hi to us. We do appreciate it all the same, even if you can't stay the whole time. In fact, you're dropping in and say hi to us. We really do appreciate it. And the Jets need a Hail Mary to make it. There's no chance we clinch a divisional spot, so got to rely on the wild card and San Jose to fall off. I look at the Jets' path right now. I think the top 3 is locked in. Avalanche are going to be number 1. Minnesota and St. Louis are going to battle for 2 and 3. I think Nashville's in. Even if they drop off a little bit, I think they've built enough of a cushion to make the wild card. I think the Jets are relying on that second wild card, and there's a big competition for that.
I like their odds though, man. Like I still think San Jose is going to fall off.
San Jose, yeah.
LA is going to kind of fall off. You got games in hand too. Jets still have a chance. They aren't dead yet.
I think their biggest competition is the Stars, and we've seen how that's going for them right now.
Yeah.
I think the Jets are in. I think the Avs play the Jets in the first round. I said that on the podcast a little bit ago as Tavares almost made it 5-4, but I think it's going to be Avs and Jets in the first round. I think that'd be honestly a pretty fun matchup. I know we won 7-1 the other night, but that was a pretty feisty game.
That game was closer than it got ugly at the end. But I mean, the Jets still, I think, had like almost 40 shots. Darcy Kemper played really well that game.
Yeah, I mean, we were just burying them late.
Yeah.
And Jake is saying, I wonder how Neil is feeling about his Devils losing to the Yotes.
Probably not good.
Probably not very good right now. We probably have a little bit of colorful language from Neil if he was here.
Couldn't be the Avs. I know we beat him in a shootout, but couldn't be the Avs losing to the Coyotes.
No. We beat him 4-3 in a shootout, which is nothing to write home about. Then we beat him 5-0 the next night.
Yeah.
Faggio, San Jose, and the other teams in the West wildcard need to free fall for us to get. Let me pull up those standings real quick.
I think they may, man.
I think Winnipeg is going to make it, honestly. Like the West, like I said, is just not very good.
No, I mean, it's very top heavy. I mean, you got the Avs in Vegas and then kind of everyone else.
I mean,
you got Calgary in there right now.
Calgary is going to be second in the Pacific at the end of the year.
Oh,
I'm very much on that boat. They're the
second. You're chilling, man. You got 5 games in hand on the Sharks, and you're 4 points.
The Sharks are not making the playoffs.
Yeah,
the Sharks are a 500 team.
You'll be fine, man. Don't worry.
Calgary's going to be in. I think Los Angeles is a wild card threat. I don't know how much. We'll see with the Ducks tonight. I don't know.
I think the Ducks are slowly falling off a little bit, man.
I think they're kind of doing what I thought they were going to do. I think they had a good first half, and then you still got to play the other half of the season. Like they're not in yet, and
they're the only team in the top 6 in the West that doesn't have a positive goal differential.
Yeah, they are dead even at 0, and they're 6-2 in their last 10. They've lost 3 in a row. Like they just don't have the depth.
Yeah,
give them a year, give them 2. They'll be in the playoffs, but I just don't think it's now. I'd put the Kings in ahead of them.
I agree.
I'd put Vancouver. Right now, my 1, 2, 3 in the Pacific is Vegas, Calgary, Vancouver. I think Vancouver's in.
You're what? They're 6 points out right now, man.
They got a lot of season to play, and they're playing really well. I saw them play the Caps the other night. They played very well. I saw them play the Predators last night or 2 nights ago. They played very well in that too. The Pacific is not good enough to keep them back. You
don't think Edmonton makes a late running?
I think if Edmonton gets in, they're in a wild card.
Are you pissy right now, Griffin?
Are you? Am I?
Are you pissy?
Why are you being pissy? Why are you being pissy, bro?
What a ridiculous
clip
that was yesterday.
We can talk about this on here, and I'm going to talk about it on the podcast when we're done here. I'm angry at the Oilers, like just the entirety of Edmonton for how they have treated Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid. What a joke that entire franchise is from top to bottom. You have the number 1 player in the world, undisputed, and another top 5 player, both at center, and you're 7th in the Pacific. Get lost. Everyone's fucking fired. Are you kidding me?
I don't know if they're going to, man. Like
they're not. Ken Holland doesn't fire coaches mid-season.
I don't think Ken Holland gets fired either, man.
Yeah,
it's going to be even more hilarious when they hire Mike Babcock. That's going to be even more hilarious.
They're going to do it too.
Or John Tortorella. Like that's going to be hilarious.
It's going to be Babcock because Holland has no creativity. He's going to just bring in the coach he had. Like this guy is a dinosaur. His solution to his goaltending was to bring back Mike Smith and Mikko Koskinen.
Yeah.
Like you cannot be less serious.
Yeah. That cracks me up, man. The Oilers are so bad. Dude, this game is taking forever.
Yeah, and an empty net goal from Adam Fox makes it 6-3, and they are really taking time to tick every second off of this game.
That's my fantasy defenseman right there. Let's go, Adam Fox.
We've got 2:24 still left in this game before we can even dream of getting to this Avalanche game on TNT.
Still no puck drop, though, man.
Ay, 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 ay. Let's get back some of these comments here.
Yeah.
And Fudge saying, or we get good. The simplest solution to the playoffs is you win games.
Yeah.
You got to win games to get in. You can't rely on other teams. Jacob saying, guess who's back in 1 to 2 months? Jack Eichel. I was actually surprised. It seemed like he would be back sooner, but
So did I. I thought he'd be back way sooner.
There's really no harm in taking your time. It's not like you're not going to win the Pacific. And as long as he's back in game shape for the playoffs, who cares?
Yeah, I agree. They'll be fine. That's scary. Like, as an Avs fan, that scares me.
Yeah. Vegas is the biggest threat to an Avs Cup. Absolutely.
Yep.
I mean, same way it was last year. Like, if they get Jack Eichel back and he really fits in that system, I'd say they're bigger favorites than us. That's a top 10 player in the world you're adding to the Golden Knights. That's terrifying.
And all they had to do was give up Peyton Krebs out, stuck in a first-round pick to get him.
I will never understand the Buffalo Sabres for making that trade and forcing Eichel out of town. I know there was a thing like before even the injury thing that he might have wanted out. You find a way to make it work.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't understand.
Oh, it's so funny, dude.
Yeah. See, Faggio saying, I think they jumped in, saw there would be a Toronto-Vegas game later on. Then they left to wait for the Toronto because they thought that the Avs game would be a normal, boring Avs win. That's very fair. Man, saying, back in my younger days, the West was superpowers, but now, as you say, it's not the greatest. I mean, even as soon as like 5 years ago, you could say it was better than the East. But
yeah,
recently,
with the West Coast teams falling off, it really.
Yeah. I mean, the California teams they're coming out of rebuilds. I'd say San Jose is the furthest away.
San Jose never even rebuilt, man.
They're not even.
San Jose is the farthest away.
Like they're deluding themselves. They're currently in the delusion stage where they think they can still compete. They're not. Timo Meyer's great, but they've been done for 2 years.
Yeah.
Jacob saying Vegas holds the first place spot in our division with Flames in second, Kings in third, and Ducks in wild card spot. I think that's a very fair prediction. I think the Flames are definitely the second best team in that division. I mean, let me check again. Yeah, they've got 5 games in hand on the Kings and 6 on the Ducks. They are the second best team in that division, and they're tied actually with Vegas in terms of points per game. Vegas's points per game is going to keep going up and up. I'm sure. And the Kings are interesting because every once in a while they have an outstanding dominant game, and then sometimes they just follow that up with a clunker. I think Vancouver, if they keep playing the way they are, I can't talk today. I think if they keep playing the way they do, I think they're going to get into that third spot, and I think the Kings have a better shot than the Ducks at a wild card, honestly.
I think that's fair guess. We're down to 25 seconds in this game, at least for me. Looks like we're
down to 13 seconds, and we
all
are.
Right.
So this game's over. The Rangers are going to win at 6-3. 5 unanswered goals for the New York Rangers as the Leafs blow it again.
You blew it.
You blew it. You got Eric Allman saying Vancouver making the postseason would be impressive after the start they had, and I think they're going to do it. Like, it's not even just like I think Vancouver is this powerhouse. I think the Pacific is terrible, and Vancouver, as long as they just keep winning, they're eventually going to find their way in a playoff spot.
You're going to hate me, man, but I really think Edmonton's going to figure it out.
I want them to. I like the Oilers. I like McDavid and Draisaitl. It is good for the sport to have the Oilers in the playoffs. Them missing the playoffs would be the biggest disgrace of the last decade.
Yeah, I agree, but I think they'll figure it out.
I hope they do. I want them to. If they miss the playoffs this year, the NHL should step in and force them to pay the rest of McDavid and Draisaitl's contracts and make them free agents. I'm not kidding.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah. It's so bad. You can't miss the playoffs with those guys. You have 2 of the best players in the world, and you can't build a team around them. You can't give them a goalie. They had cap space this season, and they used it on Duncan Keith.
And Zach Hyman.
Yeah, and Zach Hyman's good, but like they used it on Keith and the full hit of Duncan Keith too. They didn't even get retained salary, and they gave up a draft pick and a prospect for him. Yeah. And they signed Cody Ceci to 4 years. And they extended Tyson Barrie for 3 years at 4.5. And like the Hyman thing is fine at 5.5, but that's a 7-year contract. What is going on here?
I do not know, man.
Ken Holland is the biggest fraud in the league. I mean, he drafted Fedorov in the 90s, and he's ridden that wave for his entire career. It's horrible.
Happens, man. Sometimes you get lucky.
Sometimes you get lucky. We got Donnell, our main man, coming in here saying, Devils, you guys should be ashamed of yourselves. losing to one of the worst teams in the NHL with no effort, didn't play 60 minutes, and deserves to get booed. Worst loss of the season. I wonder if that game is now final. The Coyotes down the Devils 4-1 in New Jersey. I mean, the Coyotes are playing better, but that's an embarrassing loss for the New Jersey Devils. I didn't get to watch any of it, but I don't think I needed to. I think that score says enough.
Yep.
See, Jacob saying the Oilers are like the Lakers. They both have good players, but they suck. I mean, at least the Lakers have won recently.
Yeah, that's a big help.
What year of this is this with Draisaitl? 7 or 8, and like with McDavid, this is year 6 or 7.
Yeah,
they have won 8 playoff games, and 7 of them were in 2017. The other one was in the bubble in the qualifying round where they lost to the 12 seed.
Chicago Blackhawks, that's right.
Chicago Blackhawks, because they got swept against the Jets.
I forgot about
Horrible.
that. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Romeo saying that reporter was looking to throw their goalie under the bus. Yeah, he I don't know if you saw the full clip, Christian, but it's Jim Matheson, right? I almost called him Jim Rutherford, but Jim Matheson asked that same question to Draisaitl like 3 times. And the first time, Draisaitl gave him a decent answer. Second one, he was like, whatever. And the third one is like, why are you asking me this? He's like, go away, dude.
You want me to blame my goaltender?
Yeah. And then Jim comes back and you're like, why are you getting pissy? What's wrong? Like classic gaslighting. Why are you getting pissy, Leon? I was just asking.
Never say that to a player, man.
That is so unprofessional.
Yeah.
It's horrible. It was really funny, but it was horrible.
Yeah.
See, and I think for the Pacific, it'll be Vegas, Flames. Then if Troy Terry stays hot, I think the Ducks sneak in. But if he doesn't, then the Kings sneak in. Then the Kings and Sharks fall off. The Sharks, they're hanging around, but they're not going to be there at the end of the year. They're better than I thought they would be, to their credit, because Timo Meyer's an animal, but they're just not that good.
No,
the West isn't that good.
Dude, how's this game not puck drop yet? How are we doing
They're doing a post-game show.
Yeah, how are we doing a studio hit right now? What's going on here?
I guess you were right, buddy. They're really not dropping this puck until they're ready.
Yeah.
Man. See. Have fun beating us when Jack Eichel comes back. It's going to be a challenge. Honestly, the way it's trending, we could be one of the first teams to play you with Jack Eichel. That could be a lot of fun.
I'd like that our odds because he's gonna take some time to get into the playing shape. So Don't hate that.
I was saying the pissy reporter was literally Jim Matheson, old Oilers dude Jim Matheson, worst reporter in the league, and that's stiff competition too. But he is the worst.
Hall of Famer, man.
Yep, and as he's just saying, Jim Matheson is the Hall of Famer. He can do whatever he wants. How is the fact that he's in the Hall of Fame? I think says more about the quality of the Hall of Fame than anything else. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah. I was saying I'm at work right now. I see you wearing the Avalanche reverse retro. Please tell me that is an Adidas and not Fanatics.
Come on, Danelle. It's always Adidas, man. Never Fanatics.
I don't think they had Fanatics reverse retros.
No, they did.
Yeah.
They did. But yeah, I got the Adidas one. I bought this like 2 minutes after it went on sale because I knew they were going to sell out quick.
Yeah. If I was just saying in the Eichel trade, was it Krebs tuck in a low draft pick or Krebs tuck in a high draft pick? It was a first round pick. So for Vegas, it'll probably be like 28th and lower. Yeah. Because they're going to the third round. There is not a team in the Pacific Division that's beating them in a 7-game series. It'd be a tremendous upset. It'd be bigger than the Montreal upset.
They could sweep their way to
I wouldn't be surprised. I think Calgary is their stiffest competition, and even then, that's not much.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
Yeah. Jacob saying Toronto Maple chokes. I can't wait to see what the Leafs do in the playoffs. I mean, it might if it's another choke, that's hilarious. If they actually get out of the first round this year, that would be equally as funny because it'd be their toughest road.
I think they're going to face Florida, and that's going to be hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, Edmonton's not going. Yeah, they're not going to trade him, but they should. See, it's good. It's good for the sport to have McDavid. He needs to leave Edmonton. I think one of the worst things that happened to the NHL is that the Oilers won that draft lottery.
Yep.
First of all, moving him out of America, which is the audience you want to market to the most. Like Oilers fans, you have Edmonton's already a city you just have in the NHL. You have their full attention no matter what. So to not only have him go to Canada, but to go to the Oilers, the worst run organization, that's bad.
Yeah.
See, Donnell saying Devils have been rebuilding for years. When will it end? It's not getting better. I think you're getting there. I think
They
this
really are getting close. Like
they're
they are.
the fact that they got Jack Hughes, I think, is very important. They're going to slowly keep building up and add more offense. They're going to keep getting older. I think they're getting closer than you think.
Yeah, they are. I like the Devils. I like what they're building. Griffin, we made it to puck drop, man.
The puck is down and the game is on. The Anaheim Colorado Avalanche are underway, and we are only 26 minutes into this stream. And now we are finally underway here in Anaheim for the Avalanche and the Ducks. While I get caught up on some of these comments, and yep, Isha saying it's a joke of a franchise. The Rangers will get McDavid. Just watch. And also, Duncan Keith, again, Edmonton is a joke. Not even just Duncan Keith. Full cap hit Duncan Keith for next season as well.
Dude,
horrible.
That comment that just said to the Rangers, that would be disgusting if he went to the Rangers. It'd be great for the league, but that team would be gross.
Oh, Mikko Rantanen with a good shot right away. The Avalanche swarming a bit early on with that top line. Landeskog with another good look as well. Some good opportunities so far early on. We are less than a minute into the first period. Finish up on some of these comments. Faggio saying, Donnell, I think the worst loss of the season was the Stars lost to the Canadiens. Like, come on.
That was bad last night. That was really bad last night.
And this is a very good point from Faggio. Like, come on. The Canadiens just lost the Tank Bowl to the Coyotes 5-2, and then you lost to them. It wasn't even a close game. It was like 5-3. Like, he's totally right. I think that is up there with the worst loss for anybody this season. That's the kind of loss that could put a nail in your season this early on. Like that's a confidence destroyer. We just lost to the worst team in the NHL by multi-goal. That's horrible.
Did you see that line the Avs had out there with Burakovsky, Newhook, and O'Connor?
I was looking down at comments, but I like the sound of it. I think O'Connor's due for a good bounce back game. He did not look good in Minnesota.
No, he played bad. That was his worst game of the year.
Yeah, not even close. See, and we got Kate Berry coming in here. What's up? I'm here, Pens fans. Thank you so much for joining us for this one. We do appreciate it.
This is the one time Griffin will be nice to Penguins fans.
The Penguins aren't playing right now, so I will be nice to them. If we were playing the Penguins, I would be much less nice, but we don't have to worry about that until April. We got Bumana saying, after the Montreal beating Vegas debacle last year, I don't know up from down anymore. The Montreal Cup final run is going to go down in history as the most fluky playoff run to anyone.
Oh, doubt.
Like, can you name another one? Like, as big, it feels rude calling it a fluke because they did play well in the playoffs. But can you name, like, a worse team in the Stanley Cup final?
Oh, man.
Like the Kings and Devils series from a couple years ago, like, the Devils weren't great, but they weren't the worst team in the league the next year.
I think if you go back, maybe that Panthers team that went to the Cup final and faced the Avs in '96.
Even then, they had the magic of the new team.
Maybe when Carolina faced Detroit, that was pretty bad.
Yeah, but that was 2003.
Yeah, no, I think it was later. That was like '97, I think, wasn't it?
No, that was definitely 2000s.
Yeah,
it was after the Avs won.
97 when the Red Wings beat the Flyers. That's right.
Yeah. And another Carolina, when Edmonton was a low seed in that one.
Yeah, and they almost won that series.
They did almost win that one, which is kind of why I don't want to put them in that category. Because that was a close series.
Can you believe that Montreal team beat Tampa Bay once? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it was an overtime game too. I mean, Tampa almost swept that series. Like, the Leafs choked that series, and Winnipeg last year was just not very good. Cale Makar, a nice little drive to the net there. Glove save for John Gibson. 16:49 left in the first period, but the Jets were not good. They should not have won a single game versus the Oilers, yet they didn't lose a single one. And the Vegas upset, like, especially now in retrospect, how did that happen? That's unbelievable.
Oh, truly historic.
Like if the Avs somehow beat Vegas and then we lost to the Habs, I feel like I would feel worse than after we did.
100%.
Like, I'd be like, that was your chance and you lost to the Habs. Yeah. I would be inconsolable, honestly. All right, finish up on some of these comments here. I'm going off on so many tangents. Nick saying Vegas better than the Jets, better than the Avs, better than the Devils, better than the Rangers, better than the Caps, better than the Pens. I'm with you with the Caps Pens part. Everything else, you're losing me.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Avs have more points than them and like 5 games in hand. So.
Yeah. I mean, I get you saying Vegas over the Avs, but the Jets, man, come on, buddy. You know better than that. Baggio, I think the Oilers should have a game with Smith and Koskinen in both nets and then have a beach ball as the puck. Then whoever gets scored on first gets cut, but then Smith will let in the shot on him. Then he'll complain about his broken thumb, and management will believe him. They'll spare him, then put him on IR, and Holland doesn't cut him. I don't know how you managed to describe the Oilers organization with a comment about beach balls, but you've somehow done it, and I'm very impressed.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. And say, now there's no chance we're better than the Avs. I mean, no offense, bud, but we're like
light years.
We're good. We're pretty good. No offense. Jake saying, can we stop talking about the playoffs, please? I'm sorry. It's a defense mechanism. It's the only thing that matters when we're this good, especially for us in Vegas. Like this game against the Ducks, as much as fun as it is, like the playoffs, if we lose in the first or second round, none of this matters.
100%.
Yeah.
I would like home ice advantage throughout the West. That's the only thing I would like out of this season.
Yeah. We got a good shot for it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, even then, I don't know. Like the Avs have performed very well on the road in the playoffs as like the underdog.
Yeah, they have. That's gotta be. Yeah, there we go. We got a penalty. Power play.
We got a delayed penalty coming up on the Ducks. Power play upcoming for the Avs. Hasn't happened yet though. We still got the puck in there. They touch it up. First power play of the game coming to the Colorado Avalanche. So far, 3-2 in shots. Still a bit of a feel out process. And we've got our main man, Josh, in chat. How's it going, my friend? Thank you so much for setting this up for us. You are the best. Jacob saying, I broke a TV over the Vegas Golden Knights first Habs series. In any other series, I would say that is an overreaction. But since we were almost in the same spot, I understand.
I was truly distraught in that Game 5 loss. That Game 5 loss to Vegas hurt me more than actually losing in Game 6.
Because I agree, because we knew it was over at that point. You had to go into Vegas and go win a game, and we almost did. But I've sent it to you, Christian. I have my reaction to the Game 5 goal. I just put my hat over my face. I was like, I can't believe this,
dude. It happened right in front of me. I was truly like, that broke my heart. That game.
And like the fact that it happened that quickly, like 50 seconds into OT.
Ryan Graves, I love you, man, but you gotta get shot through.
Like you can't keep taking those shots, man.
Yeah.
That was brutal.
Like get blocked. Was it 2 or 3 times?
It was like 3 times in a row. He took the exact same shot and it led to a Mark Stone breakaway.
Brutal. Let's see here. We got a comment here. Who do the Avs have in net? It's Francouz is in net tonight.
Yep. We got Frankie in goal tonight, and Darcy Kemper, who is okay, will be in net tomorrow night against the Los Angeles Kings. And I mean, Frankie's been good lately. Well, Avalanche power play does not look very good right now. Another shorthanded chance for the Ducks, and they keep it in. Oh man, bad puck. Oh man, and they get it back. Come on, guys, you got 5 people in the zone. You lost You lost it to the one guy in the other zone. All right. Well, 40 seconds left on this power play. We'll see if they can work with something here. Fajr saying, I thought Skinner, when I heard he was started, that the Oilers season was kind of saved because he was insane before he got called down, but then he let in 6 of the Sens, and now they're really screwed. And now Skinner's in COVID protocol as well, so they don't even have him as an option.
Dude, that Sens game was hilarious. I don't know if
that was so funny. And then for Draisaitl to lose that game, and then you got Jim Matheson getting in your face. But why are you being pissy, Leon? What's wrong with you? What do you think, man? My team sucks.
Well, I was
the head coach is terrible. The only 2 games we've won in the last month are the 2 games the head coach wasn't there.
And they don't really have the excuse of not playing at home because they get to play at home with some fans.
Yeah. We got Hockey Legend 2012 joining us as well. Good to see you again, my friend. And we got 13:47 to go in the first period here. 18 seconds left on the Avalanche power play. John Gibson making some flashy glove saves already off the bat. Shots on goal. 5-2 for the Colorado Avalanche. And the Ducks dump this one back down. They're going to kill off the rest of this power play. Avalanche will start the game 0-for-1 on the man advantage. I mean, they had a couple flashes. I did not like their one possession in their own zone, but with the puck, I think they were moving the puck.
I mean, a couple of those saves Gibson made were fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, he's just got a great glove hand.
Yeah. He's just a damn good goalie.
Yeah. I'm going to say, just chill, Leon. It's not Leon's fault. I mean, Jim Matheson he's asking him the same question over and over, and I'm pretty sure everyone in the Oilers locker room hates him anyway. Jim Matheson, that is, because he's a terrible reporter. And Fauci's saying, I forgot what happened to Kemper. I heard it was something with Jordan Greenway and a hit to the head, I think. Oh, don't even get me started, because I'm really trying to save that rant for the podcast. But yes, you are correct. Jordan Greenway just bulldozed right through him. He wasn't pushed. He leans down and hit him in the head. And he got 2 minutes for interference, but it was canceled out because Curtis McDermott rightly punched him in the face several times. So, yeah, Jordan Greenway just bulldozed right through that crease and hit Darcy Kemper in the head. I really expected it to be worse, but it seems like Kemper is okay. He didn't return to the game, which was the biggest concern, but he's going to play tomorrow against LA.
Yeah, that's why I think it's fine, but it's still, yeah. If you want to hear us fully rant about it, listen to the Teledavs of this podcast that we'll be releasing tomorrow, wherever you get podcasts.
Yeah. When we are going to be recording right after we're done here.
Yeah.
So that one will be out bright and early, probably be out like the second we're done. Probably it might be 3 a.m. my time when we're done recording that, because it's going to be a long episode. We got the Wild game. We got this game that we're going to talk about. We got the rescheduled stuff. We got Kadri making the All-Star game. We got my Oilers rant that I'm saving. Honestly, I might have to save that rant for next episode because we might not just have enough time.
We got a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about, and it's probably going to be like 1 a.m. by the time we even start here on the East Coast. But it's all well and dandy. I enjoy doing this stuff.
Yeah, we have a good time.
It's all
I don't have to be to work till 9:30 my time, so as long as I get 6 hours, I'm chilling.
I go to bed at 3 anyway. Who cares?
Yeah, as long as I get 6 hours of sleep, I'm chilling.
Yeah. In commercial break right now, shots are 5-2 in favor of the Avalanche at the moment. Pretty decent start so far. Avalanche, they're playing pretty well. Not really any chances for the Ducks so far.
No, and I think that's what the Avs needed to do. I mean, if you have one gripe with the Avalanche so far this season, it's they've started games extremely slow. And they've dug themselves holes. Luckily, they're good enough to get out of it, but I am encouraged by the start in the past 2 games. Now he's got to play a full 60 minutes.
Yeah, recently they've started to break that trend, especially starting against the Coyotes as well. They started 2-0, blew that lead a little bit. Then second game against the Coyotes, they went up, didn't look back. Went up 2-0 on Minnesota. So I think they're starting to break that trend a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, and Faggio's saying Leafs pulling Leafs stuff. It's what they do. It doesn't matter who's playing for the Leafs. It's like they said in that All or Nothing documentary. Everywhere you look in Toronto, there's demons. You can't open a single locker without there being demons coming out of it. They blow leads all the time. They lose in the playoffs. Like there's too much pressure all the time.
There is, but like they rightfully need to be better, but also like it's not like they've been giving the best situation for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, they're not really going to give Eric Johnson a pen. That's a soft penalty.
Are you surprised? We're talking about NHL referees, man.
Not even a little bit. I mean, he hit Trevor Zegras. Is that even Trevor Zegras?
Yeah, it's Zegras.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. See, what's the penalty for? Zegras deked himself out of the puck. He has it. That's just, what's the call? I'm genuinely curious to see what this call is.
There's the problem of watching games on mute. Oh, tripping. I guess he gets a state there. That's a good call.
Okay, well, that's the one thing I wasn't looking at, so I can't even say whether he did. I was looking right at the upper body. I thought they were going to call interference or something. I'd have to look at the replay again. He might have tripped him, honestly, because I was not paying attention to that. Yeah. We're saying we East Coast Avs fans got to be dedicated if we want to watch games. Yes,
true.
We do. I mean, the good thing about being an Avs and Caps fan is that they generally don't play at the same time. So you can have the Caps play at 7, Avalanche play at 9 or 10. It kind of works itself out in the end. I don't mind. It just means more hockey for me to watch.
No complaints, man. I'm not a big fan of these 8 o'clock games. For me, at least.
Yeah. If I was saying your second favorite player has got to be Logan O'Connor. I mean, no one works harder. It's for him and Tyson Jost. It's a competition as to who works hardest on the ice every single time. Logan O'Connor's had a little bit of a rough stretch recently, but he'll break out of it pretty soon.
He'll be fine. Good save, Frankie.
He'll be totally fine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And Faggio's like me saying, "There's the refs again." Never mind. It was a good call. From the angle we were watching on TV, you could not see the trip, and then I was not looking at the feed on the replay. But
no, yeah, that was a good call.
Yeah.
Also, the Avs penalty kill has been atrocious. So this is gut-wrenching time. I tweeted this out last night. I don't know if you saw Pierre-Edouard Bellemar's goal last night. It was beautiful.
Yeah, he's up to 5.
Yeah, it was beautiful. And it just made me think, damn, that guy was on our team. And he never did anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, Belmar's the kind of guy that, like, you don't really notice him when he's here, but when he's gone, you kind of do notice. He doesn't really do much, but I miss PEB. He was fun to have.
I do too. He was the man.
Yeah.
I miss Calvert more, honestly.
Yeah, I loved Matt Calvert last. I know he didn't play any games, but the games he did play, he was like a more finished version of LOC.
Yeah. Oh, geez, that was a crazy bounce.
That was a real crazy bounce that almost found its way in. But Frankie, he seems to be on it so far.
So far, so good. Okay.
Yeah.
Ducks clearing their own zone. That always helps.
Yeah, we're working our way through this. Still a long power play, though. We're not even halfway through it.
No, well, he had that Zegras win the puck and then it went out of the zone. And then there wasn't a good clean face-off or something like that. This is a problem with doing live streams. You can't listen to the game.
Yeah, because of copyright issues and stuff like that. They're like, as we all know, YouTube is very strict with that stuff. So as much as I would love to be able to have sound on, if they picked up anything, we'd be in massive trouble.
Does Steve Dangle get to do his with Sportsnet? Because his always have audio with it.
Yeah, well, I mean, he works for Sportsnet, and Sportsnet is doing a hockey night in Canada, so they have the rights. That's the difference.
I was always wondering that because I watched his live stream just to see him melt down when the Avs beat the Leafs because that was funny.
Yeah, they had our friend Drew on there as well, friend of the podcast. Jacob saying my second favorite player is Robin Leonard. That's a good choice right there. I like Robin Leonard, even though he plays for Vegas, a team I generally don't like. Robin Leonard is just a real stand-up guy.
Yeah, he's not bad.
Yeah. And Bumanis agreeing with Christian, saying, yeah, every time the Avs take a penalty, I break into cold sweats, much like I'm doing right now. Because even though there's only a couple seconds left, we're not done yet. Oh, get that out of there. Okay, penalty is over, but we're not out of the woods yet. Ducks are still on the attack, but we are back to full strength. Okay. Take a deep breath a little bit. We're about halfway through the first period here. Bit of not a ton of action so far. No. 5-3 in shots. Avalanche still with the lead. All right, let's get this up and out of the zone. LOC gets it up and out of the zone. Danger officially averted as everyone goes and gets a line change. Fudge is saying, I don't know why, but my second favorite player is Laurent Brossoit.
Oh, you used to play for the Jets. That makes sense.
Yeah, former backup goalie of the Winnipeg Jets, now the backup goalie of the Vegas Golden Knights. I mean, I don't know anything about him. You'd know much more than me. He seems like a nice guy. Yeah,
seems like a good guy. Also, guys, this is a like, comment, and driven stream. Make sure y'all like and comment. You guys drive the boat. Drive the boat. Is it drive the boat or drive the bus? I can't remember.
It can be both. You drive both. You drive both boats and buses.
You drive it. So make sure you all give us some comments. We'll respond to them. But yeah, you guys are definitely the ones who drive the ship here. I just changed it even more.
Yeah, it's ship, boats, buses, it's whatever you guys want to drive. It's your stream. All right, another commercial break here. It's been a lot of commercial breaks so far, it feels like. We're a little past halfway past the first period. I don't even know what I was trying to say there. We are just past the halfway mark of the first period. Is that too hard to say? But regardless, still 0-0. Not too many shots so far in this game. Both sides unsuccessful on their power plays to this point. I don't think we're scoring 6 tonight, honestly. Yeah. I'm going to stick with my 4-2 Avs win.
I said 3-2. I think it's going to be that way. I mean, just judging off the way Gibson's playing so far, it could be one of those games, man. I'm mentally preparing myself to be John Gibson. I'm just mentally preparing myself for that.
I mean, we were John Gibson's a lot in our last meeting with the Ducks, and we still ended up scoring 4.
Yeah, but that was at home.
And Faji is saying it was like some random stuff that happened at a Jets game, including him and me. That sounds like a pretty fun story.
Yeah, wait, what?
Yeah. Did you meet him or something? Did he give you a pop?
I mean, you got to go into detail. You can't just leave us hanging out like that.
All right, it looks like we're coming back from commercial break here. It was a long commercial break, it felt like.
Yeah.
Still waiting for our first big talking point from this game, but
there hasn't been nothing.
Hasn't really been a whole lot to talk about yet.
Ducks could have one of the ugliest uniforms in the NHL.
We talked about this, I think, on our last stream with Donnell. I don't know if he's still here now. I think my answer was the Kings last time. It's the Ducks.
Yeah.
I don't like these at all.
This
Like,
orange and black just does not work.
yeah, like I like their road jerseys better just because I think the orange looks better with the white. I mean, for those of you who don't have the game in front of you, the Avalanche are wearing their home jerseys on the road, and the Ducks are in their road whites, even though the game is in Anaheim. But
Which
yeah,
I
the
kind
Ducks
of
home
like.
jerseys.
I think we should bring back home whites.
I always like wearing the ones we have now, wearing the colors at home. I feel like if everyone else in the arena is going to be wearing the primary jerseys with the primary colors on it just gives it like every arena would look the same if everyone just wore white.
It's true. Oh geez.
Man, saying I said 5-3 Avs, where we're going to get more. We're going to need to get more shots on net if we're going to get close to 5. Totally agree. And right now it is 5-5 in shots. The Ducks have rattled off 2 to get this tied up in shots. Ever since their power play, they've had full control right now. So,
yeah, I mean, it's to be expected. The Ducks, like I said, this game is going to be tough because the Ducks always play the Avs tough in Anaheim.
And strangely enough, these teams just hate each other.
Well, I mean, they played 8 times last year.
I don't know if it was playing 8 times last year, but by game like 5, they were done with each other. They just wanted to beat the brakes off each other every single time. Weirdly enough, it's like Ryan Getzlaf specifically hates this team.
Who was fighting last year? Because it was
what's his name?
Was it Comtois?
Was it Delaurier?
Oh, it was Delaurier.
Yeah.
Delaurier and oh my God, who was it? He's not on the Avs anymore. I know that because that's Curtis McDermott now. I forget who it was.
I'm totally blanking. There's so much that happened last year.
Yeah, he may have fight Calvert one time.
I don't even think Calvert played against the Ducks because that's how few games he played.
I can't remember, man.
Are we sure it wasn't Kadri?
He might fight Kadri. Did he fight Dan Gilbert once too? Is that how Gilbert?
That sounds right. Gilbert must have been.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I was just saying, long story, I'll just summarize. I was keeping track of how much each Jets player high-fived me when they came out of the tunnel, and Brossoit high-fived me the most with Scheifele just behind him. So yeah, that's a pretty good reason.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Like that.
We got Lauren. Thank you for joining us. Ducks fan here. We hate the Sharks and Kings more than the Avalanche. Oh yeah, I'm not saying we're your biggest rival or anything, but it seems like every time we play you, there's just a bit of animosity between these two guys that you just generally wouldn't expect because you wouldn't expect the Ducks and Avs game to have any juice behind it.
No, I mean, I don't think we've ever played the Ducks in the playoffs.
I don't think so. No.
Yeah, not that I can remember.
Yeah, maybe that'll change this year, but you never know. Yeah. If I was saying, wasn't McDermott selected by the Kraken? Yes, he was. He was selected by the Kraken from the Los Angeles Kings, and then we went out and traded a 4th-round pick for him?
Yep.
Yeah.
I almost said a 2nd-round pick.
What was that?
I almost said a 2nd-round pick. I thought they traded the 2nd-round pick for him.
Yeah, we traded the 2 seconds for Taze.
Yeah, that's right. That was a good trade.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the best trades, I think, in the last 5 years. But yeah, we traded a 4th in next year's draft for McDermott, if I'm remembering correctly off the top of my head. And McDermott, I think we found his role. Go punch someone in the face once a game, and you play 4 minutes a night.
Yep.
And you don't even play defense. You play 4th line.
When he scores a goal, I will lose my shit.
Hopefully, it's tonight. You never know.
That'd be sweet. Okay, the Ducks are really taking over this game right now.
Yeah, the Ducks are taking over. They have gotten the last 6 shots on goal so far. I mean, the Avalanche, I don't even think we've been in the offensive zone in the last 5 minutes.
Former Avalanche great Greg Patterin on the ice. So that's cool.
Oh, I forgot about old Greg. Oh, was that him last year that was fighting?
Nah, I don't think so. Patterin played like 2 games for the Avs.
That's true. Yeah.
He did not play a ton.
I totally forgot about Greg Patterin. That was when I first started the podcast. That was like the first bit of news that I ever had to cover was the Ian Cole for Greg Patterin trade. Remember Ian Cole?
He was good, man.
He was pretty good. And Bo Byram was so good at the World Juniors. We're like, we have to make room now for him. We had to trade Ian Cole.
And then Keegan Colasar had to be Keegan Colasar. Ruin everything.
He got nothing for that hit.
Yeah.
And neither did Jordan Greenway, as I'll talk about on the podcast later. Lucky bounce with the boards for the Ducks, almost capitalized on it. And they're playing real well right now, the Ducks being at least.
Man, I'm not surprised, man.
Yeah, this is gonna be a pretty tough road trip for the Avs. They looked pretty tired against the Wild in the third period, and they only had 1 day off between these games.
Yeah, I don't know if they're tired, but
I think they've played a lot of games recently. If you look at the schedule, they had
for a team that hasn't played a ton either. I mean, you're going from 2 weeks
oh,
off.
look at this. We got a Curtis McDermott fight right now.
Let's go,
with
baby.
Delaurier. McDermott and Delaurier going at it for this one. McDermott ties up on the clinch, lands the first punch. Oh, man. Curtis, but you're not beating him in a fight. Yeah, Delaurier just wants this to be over. Look at his face. Oh, my God.
Go, Curtis. Man. Go, baby.
He's like, oh, man.
Go, Big Rig.
I picked my battles so poorly.
Let's go, Big Rig.
You can't even reach him.
Oh, my goodness.
This is a long fight. Oh, look at that. You got Delaurier knocking off his helmet. You got a good shot in there. Oh, man, they're really letting this one go.
That's two big boys, man.
What is he doing? Oh, he broke it. Oh, he's got a big gash on his hand. Look at that.
Who, McDermott?
He busted his hand. Yeah, Curtis did. Oh, you got Delaurier landed. This is a good fight. This is a heavyweight tilt.
Dude,
oh, man. Oh, he's rocking him now. This one. Okay, step in, guys. This is over. Yeah. Man, oh, man. I don't think we're seeing McDermott back tonight. I think he just broke his hand. I don't know.
Oh, what a fight.
Yeah, they're both going to the box with bloody knuckles. I think that was the best fight I've seen all year, period.
Look at Mikko's face.
That was a hell of a fight between two heavyweights. Wow. That was awesome.
All the Ducks players are like, hey, man, you did it.
You did it. I mean, Delaurier, he got some licks in. That was a good fight.
That's got to be just like the worst, like what an awesome job being a goon is, but at the same time, that's got to just be one of the worst jobs of all time.
Yeah. So let's see what led up to that. Shattenkirk takes a hit from Maltsev. He kind of stumbles into McDermott's shoulder. Delaurier doesn't like it, challenges him to a fight. I mean, that was a good 90 seconds of a fight right there. That was a long fight. They really let that one go.
That was hilarious, man. There's a comment from Fazio saying, who won?
I'd lean McDermott. I wonder if that's my bias talking.
My bias is saying that was McDermott.
I think you barely give it to McDermott. That was a good fight. I'll give credit. I'll give some credit to Delaurier. I mean, he knocked his helmet off. He got some good licks in, but I think towards the end there, McDermott was knocking him around, and the refs were like, "Yeah, that's enough." I think that's it. I think the end of the fight says a lot because Delaurier, he's like, "I'm not throwing anymore. I'm tired." McDermott, I think, could have gone for 5 more rounds.
Yeah, I mean, McDermott's the man.
Oh, yeah, and they're smiling at each other in the box, too.
They know what needs to be done.
They're not even trapped. They're nodding at each other. I think they know their job. That was a fun fight.
That truly was. That was great.
We've seen a couple fights that are just kind of nothing, just a bunch of posturing. That was a genuine heavyweight fight. If you weren't able to see that, go watch it on Twitter as soon as they can get it up. That was a really good fight. I'm sure that's going to be on Spit and Chicklets and everything because that was, I think, the best fight I've seen all year.
Honestly, I'm surprised the Ducks did that because they have all the momentum right now, and I think that fight's going to help the Avs more than it helps the Ducks personally.
Delaurier, I think he saw Shattenkirk getting hit in the head and was like, you got to step up for your guy there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the same thing with us with Kemper last night. It's your job not to let that go if you're on the end. And that's the whole reason Delaurier's in Anaheim.
I agree. Let's see. We got to catch up on some of these commentary. I hope someone films the bench. Yeah, me too, man.
Oh, yeah. They'll have so many shots of the bench when McDermott finally gets one. I'm sure they'll pour off the bench and go maul him.
Yeah, I'm going to lose it because I've gone the full 180 on the Curtis McDermott experience.
Oh, yeah. Now that the team has figured out what to do with him, don't play him for 12 minutes a night. Play him for 4, maybe 5, and he'll be fine because he's not good at defense. But you put him on for 5 minutes, you go and you scare some of the guys on the other team. It's fine. It certainly does not hurt to have him. So Lauren coming back saying my Ducks were embarrassed by the Wild 7-3. At least the Avalanche defeated them. It's always good to beat the Wild. It's probably my favorite pastime is beating the Minnesota Wild. I love it more than anything.
Agreed.
Got Perfetti first NHL goal yesterday. I watched that game because Caps, but that was a really good shot from Cole Perfetti. I didn't even realize that was his first one, but the Jets, I mean, they kind of let the Caps back into it, but the first 5 minutes of that game were pretty picture perfect from the Jets. I mean, the fact that they lost in overtime to the Capitals is embarrassing, but the Capitals are horrible in overtime. I don't know if you saw it, Faggio, but before that, the Caps were 0 for 7 in overtime. And they had gone to 4 shootouts. So in 11 tries, they had not won a single overtime. So thank you for that. Appreciate it. I can finally stop yelling at them. Not that I'm going to stop. I hate the Caps, in case you can't tell.
Yeah, we hate them but love them at the same time.
Yeah.
All right. Also, guys, come on. Make sure we're liking and commenting the stream. We're having a good time here. I know the game hasn't been crazy yet. The highlight so far is the fight. But leave us your comments. Griffin and I will be here.
It's a pretty good highlight.
It's pretty what?
It's a pretty good highlight.
Oh, yeah, man. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Even worse is that we lost to Tom Wilson. Yeah. Oh, no. Tom Wilson. I love Tom Wilson.
Man.
Real great guy.
Don't get Griffin going on his tangent, man.
Real great guy. Love Tommy. I'm not even being sarcastic. Tom Wilson's like genuinely an amazing person. I'm not saying that to get a rise. Like
don't let any Rangers fans in the chat, man.
He's seriously like one of the nicest people I've ever seen.
Don't let any Rangers fans in the chat, man.
Now look at them both in the box with the ice on their knuckle. That's classic. You gotta love that.
I mean, they're punching people in a helmet. Like,
yeah, I mean, Curtis McDermott might have broken his hand. I mean, he was straight punching helmet there. And Nick Delaurier punched his helmet so hard he knocked McDermott's off. Oh, that puck loose. Couldn't get it through. That first real opportunity for the Avalanche in like 10 minutes. Good chance for McKinnon right on the crease. All right, Ducks are playing well. Avalanche, they got to find some stuff as the Ducks go and ice this puck. See, and don't let Hockey Legend in this stream. I think he was here earlier, but I'm sure he'd have a problem with me right now. The Rangers just won 6-3. Leave me alone. You guys are like third in the division. What are you mad at Tom Wilson for a thing that wasn't even his fault?
He drove someone's head into the ice, man.
You could have killed him, man.
Yeah.
Could have killed him. Forgetting the fact that Panarin jumped on him. And
yeah.
Wilson couldn't even see who that was because he didn't have eyes in the back of his skull. No, he intentionally targeted him with a knife and tried to kill him, clearly. But anyway, I'm not biased.
No, definitely not.
No. I am the least biased person ever, according to me, because I'm not biased.
Oh, man. I'll admit my bias when it comes to the Avs.
Oh, yeah.
I will gladly admit it.
Yeah. No, I'm not biased. Don't look at me. I'm not wearing Avs gear or anything.
He says in his Burakovsky jersey.
Says in the Burakovsky jersey with the Avs hat and his Avs socks.
Oh, see, dude, my socks got a hole in them. I can't wear them anymore.
Gotta get new ones. Those are good luck.
I've been wearing the same hat for the past couple of years, so
I
just got a new Avs hat. I'm pretty pumped about it, but I can't wear it because its luck hasn't been proven yet.
Yeah, this by the way, Christian got me this hat for my birthday, so shout out to him.
That's what I'm here for, man.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, how'd they not call Tripp there about that? I thought McKinnon got Tripp there. Am I losing it?
Probably. You never know.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it might have been a trip. It's NHL officiating. You can never be too sure. But, I mean, for the last 2 minutes or so, Avalanche have been in control for the most part, I would say. Not connecting fully tape to tape on passes at the moment, but probably get a little better as the game goes on. I think first goal of this game is going to be pretty important.
Oh, yeah, without doubt. This is
high quality analysis, but, you know.
I mean, better than
Jim Matheson.
Yeah.
That's my motto. Better than Jim Matheson.
That's all we can hope for. Ooh, Frankie.
Yeah, good save by Frankie there. Ooh, big dump down. I couldn't see who that hit was, but and the Ducks are looking real good in this period. Shots are 11-5 for the Ducks right now. 3:30 left to go in the first period. They have had the last 9 shots on goal in this game.
I mean, the Avs really only pressure was on the power play.
Yeah,
it was a pretty bad period for the Avs.
Yeah, they're
lucky it's tied.
They are sleepy right now. So I was thinking, and they've got another penalty coming up on the Avs there. Looks like it's Tyson Jost going to be going to the box potentially for a hook. We'll see what the call is. It is a hook. And Josty will be going to the box for 2 minutes. Ducks going back to the power play.
That's so ticky-tack.
I don't know about that one. Did he? I don't know about that. That's
what?
That's Trevor Zegras again getting another call.
Why is this rookie getting these calls, man?
That's not much of a hook. I don't know.
I don't like that call, man.
I mean, for it to be a hook, he's very clearly got to be restraining him, and he very clearly was not.
No.
He was battling for stick there. I mean, he had his blade up.
I
don't know.
That's tough too, because that's one of our better penalty killers. So here we go.
So here we go on another penalty kill where the Avalanche have struggled immensely. Looks like Eric Johnson will get that up and out of the zone to start. But as we've seen sometimes with the Avalanche, penalty kill is not over until it's over. They can kill it for 90 seconds and then give it up on the final 5.
Yep.
That's what they do best sometimes. But so far, right now, we've got 2:47 to go in the first period, 1:35 to go on the power play for the Ducks. This is the Ducks' second power play of the game. The Avalanche have had one. Still no score in the game as of right now. Ducks still looking to get set up in their own zone at the moment. Avalanche are keeping them to the outside so far to the most part. Zegras will fan that pass all the way up and out. Could be better, could be worse.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing here is I think you just got to survive this period because it has not been the best period for the Avalanche.
You go to the locker room, you reset, hopefully tie that puck loose. That's a good block there from, I believe that's Cale Makar. Yeah, you go to the locker room, you reset, you get some energy back in this game. I mean, looks like we're kind of regressing back to last week where we would struggle in the first period. Hopefully in the second we can turn it around. But
fingers crossed, man. I have faith.
I think we'll be fine.
If we've learned anything with this team, it's they can turn it on at any point.
Yeah, like when we turn it on, we don't lose, period.
Yeah. How's that not trip on Cale?
I was waiting for you to get to that. If you're going to call that trip on or the hook on Jost, that's tough to let that one go.
What is going on? Like, what?
All right, so we got 10 seconds left on this power play here. Tejas gets it up and out of the zone, and Logan O'Connor potentially with a rush chance the other way. Couldn't really get that one on goal, but doesn't matter. Avalanche kill off the penalty, and we've got about 1 minute and 8 seconds to go in the first period. Still 0-0, shots 11-7 for the Anaheim Ducks right now. The Avalanche actually got more shots on goal on that Ducks power play than the Ducks did.
That never happens, man.
That never happened. So 2 good penalty kills so far for the Avalanche and some good penalty kills in general recently against both the Coyotes and the Wild.
Oh, yeah. I mean, granted, the Wild one's more impressive to me than the Coyotes.
Ducks send that all the way down for an icing. 42 seconds to go in the first period. Still 0-0. See that Logan O'Connor chance again. That was a much better shot on that angle than it looked to be live.
I thought it was. I really liked that chance.
He got that up in the mat. Okay, so the Cale Makar thing we were complaining about, he just tripped on the puck. They didn't touch him. Yeah, there was nothing there.
Stick's a little there, man. It's a little there. It's the white tape.
Not enough to call. Well, they changed his skate blade too.
Oh, geez. Are we going to have another Darcy Kemper moment?
What is wrong with the Avalanche and skate blades so far this season? Like, do we just have the wrong size skates for everybody?
Probably. I mean, that's honestly probably the case. Let's be real here.
All right, we got 30 seconds to go in this first period here. Avalanche top line will bring it into the zone. Rantanen with some nice moves. Couldn't get it through John Gibson. Probably their best chance of the last 10 minutes or so. All right, getting some opportunities here. Ducks will get this one out of the zone. They'll probably do it for the first as this one comes all the way down. No icing as it's played by Frankie. 7 seconds left. Gerard with a last-ditch opportunity. Tries to send that one up the ice. And that one poked away across the ice. Time will run out on Rantanen. That's the end of the first period. We are an hour into the stream, only the end of the first period. Nothing between the Avalanche and the Anaheim Ducks. Shots on goal 11-8 in favor of the Ducks. Not the best period for the Avalanche, but they've had their looks. John Gibson stood tall, and Pavel Francouz has stood tall for the Avalanche at the other end. Pretty even all in all. I'd give the edge to the Ducks, obviously, but we'll see where this goes in the second period.
Yeah, I was encouraged by the Avs last couple minutes there. The Ducks, frankly, dominated majority of that period. Hopefully the Avs come out, rebound, and hopefully we just get some goals, man. Hopefully we're not talking about a 0-0 game here, man.
Yeah. we're going to be running out of things to talk about pretty quickly. But for now, we are going to take a quick break, stretch our legs, get some water, catch our breaths, and we will be back in just a few minutes as we try to get through the first intermission before we get to the second. So see you guys in just a couple minutes.
Leave some comments.
Hello once again, everybody. We are back still in the first intermission, 0-0 between the Anaheim Ducks and the Colorado Avalanche. We got some new comments coming in. First one from our main man, Josh. I need Jost to score. I love when Tyson Jost scores. Sometimes even more than when LOC scores, because Jost, he just works so hard every single night.
And he goes through streaks.
He does.
So hopefully it's the start of a hot streak, considering he scored, was it 2 games ago now? 3 games ago?
Yeah, 2 games ago. It wasn't Minnesota. He scored against Arizona. Yeah.
Curtis McDermott setting up the play, too. So that was a crazy goal.
Even better. Just the Tyson Jost assisted by Curtis McDermott, the one in a billion goal.
You know how mad I would have been? You know how mad I would have been if I missed that goal?
I can imagine. Yeah, on the Curtis McDermott wraparound assist, even better.
Yeah. I would have been so mad at myself, man. I probably would have quit my job, honestly, because they made me miss that. That's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Understandable. Even if it is an Avalanche Coyotes game, Curtis McDermott is must-watch television.
He truly is. I mean, that fight was the highlight of the first period.
That was the highlight of the first period. It's not even close. I mean, that was the best fight I've seen all season, period.
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt. I mean, the Reeves one was pretty fun, too.
That was pretty fun, but it didn't last as long as this one.
No, this one was a true heavyweight bout.
Yeah, Hockey Legend saying 4-2 Ducks. I'm going to go to bed now. I'm tired. So if I win, I'm going to be in bed. So I won't know. Bye. Well, if you do win, we'll be sure to let you know next time you're here.
That's a real Tom Wilson thing to do, Hockey Legend, bail out early.
You got the Avalanche connoisseur saying need a better period to take this one. That is for certain. About a 10-minute stretch there in the first period, they just totally let the Ducks take control.
Yeah, I mean, you need to be better. You can't play like that. But this is kind of like the Avs have. If I have a gripe with the Avs, they have not played probably a full 60 minutes all year. I can't think of a game where they played perfect the entire, or a full 60 minutes. They've definitely had spurts this year where they've taken plays off and periods off and all that fun stuff. So I'm still waiting to see that. Granted, this team knows they're good. I don't think they need to play perfect all the time to win, but you would like to see it a little bit more.
Yeah, I think the last one I can think of off the top of my head that was a 60-minute performance, I think was the Panthers win. Even though that was Berkey scoring all 3 goals, I felt like team-wise, that was like the most complete performance I'd seen from them.
Oh yeah, with like that, but that we're talking that's almost a month ago now, man.
Yeah.
If not more.
And even that was December 12th, so over a month ago.
Yeah, and I mean the game against the Maple Leafs was a great 50 minutes, but the first 10 or 40 minutes, the first period was terrible.
Even then, I'd argue 30-minute game for the Avalanche. They kind of turned it on with about 10 minutes to go in the second period.
Yeah, I mean it was not a great game for the Avs in that one, but they won. The Wild game, I thought they played a great first period and then a pretty mediocre second and third period. The Coyotes game,
the second was pretty bad.
The what?
I thought the second period was pretty bad, and the third, period, you could argue it was worse.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't the greatest. We haven't seen the greatest Avs hockey league, but they're still finding ways to win. That's how you know it's a good team. Because you can't really point other than the goal scoring. Like the Avs really haven't had anything that's been like tremendous this year, other than the offense.
Yeah, defensively, for a defense that was the best in the league last year, at least in the regular season, there's still a bit to be desired at the moment, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, you lose Byram, that's huge. You lose Ryan Murray for parts of the game, parts of the season. I mean, Jack Johnson's played really well, but
I think even Ryan Graves, the shot block and penalty kill machine that he was, is still missed a little bit here.
Yeah, I mean, you were expecting Bo Byram to fill that slot.
Yeah,
and let's be real here.
Unfortunately, concussions. It's not his fault. I mean, you're not injury prone to suffer through concussions. Like that's not a thing.
No, that's just bad luck.
Yeah, but I always forget who says this quote. Like someone asked him, like, "Are you prone to concussions?" Like, no, I'm prone to traumatic blows to the head. It's not something I can control.
No, I mean you can't control that. That's just truly it's just bad luck. And we're hoping for Byram. He's out for personal reasons, and hopefully he takes as long as he needs because we've seen what that kid can do.
He's special.
He could be a top 10 defenseman in this league. So I don't know. I hope he comes back and I hope they take the time.
So we're in intermission right now of the Avalanche and Ducks game, and they've been talking about Ryan Reeves for at least 10 minutes now.
Well, they had to get the interview in, man.
Well, they were talking about him well before that too. I mean, I get it. I get it's the Leafs and Rangers. These guys make you a ton of money, but like their game's over. It's our turn.
There's not much to talk about from this period other than the fight.
I mean, I guess so, but like he had two whole periods and a post-game show to talk about the Rangers. Not to be a whiny baby, but it's kind of our game now. And they haven't talked about. They're still not talking about the game that's happening right now. I mean, am I wrong? Is that not a little weird?
It's a little weird. I mean, you got our man Donnell asking us about a hell of a comeback by the Rangers over the Maple Leafs.
Yeah, I mean, it's another blown lead for the Leafs, like we were talking about earlier. 5 unanswered goals for the Rangers, including the empty netter. I mean, the Leafs are good, but you got to hold on to a lead at some point.
Yeah, especially against, it's not like they're blowing leads against bad teams. I mean, they blew a lead to the Avs. They blew a lead to the Rangers. They blew a lead to Vegas. I think it was the Jets that they blew a lead to.
I think that was about a month ago. I'm going to look it up real quick.
Yeah.
I know they lost to the Coyotes, but I'm totally St. Louis. They went back and forth with them.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, St. Louis they're okay.
I mean, that was a 6-5 game. I mean,
yeah.
St. Louis is good. I think they're better than people give them credit for. I mean, I think if the Avalanche for some reason get knocked out first or second round, I think that opens the door for the Blues to go pretty far. I think they don't have the defensemen to win a cup, but I think they've got enough to make a run, I would say. If they run into the Avalanche, I think they lose.
Oh, they lose. Hey, they're finally showing an Avs highlight.
And it's Curtis McDermott punching, which is, I mean, to be fair, the only highlight from the first.
Absolutely. I mean, I can't even think there was Gibson had a couple good saves, but it's not like there were anything.
Well, even then, it wasn't like 10 bellers. It was the glove save on a Taze shot from the point.
Yeah, that's nothing crazy.
Yeah. I think the feel-out process is over. I think we're going to start to see some goals here in the second period. Whenever we do get to it, I feel like intermission's been going on for half an hour.
I sure hope so, man. I sure hope there's some goals for the Avs. I got shown on my NHL app, I'm showing 7 minutes until the next.
Oh, God, that's like a year from now.
Dude, it's even worse. I've noticed this when you're in the arena waiting for intermission.
Yeah, that's so it. Well, it depends if you're in line or not to get food.
Well, I know. See, my strat, because because I go to so many games, I'd spend hundreds of thousands of dollars if I bought food there. So I never eat at the games or drink. But everyone's on their phone during that period, so you can't even mess around on your phone. And
Yeah, because the connection's horrible.
yeah, so it's just truly horrific. But there's nothing that beats going to a game. It's just I wish the intermissions were a little bit shorter. Like
Yeah.
I think like 12 minutes would be a good intermission. Like,
yeah, the players need a break at some point, so I get it, but
I feel like 12 minutes is still good. You're cutting it down by 5.
Hearing some players' stories, like I always thought intermission, they just kind of like sit at the lockers and talk to each other. Like a lot of guys, like they take like ice baths and stuff. Like they eat during intermission and stuff too. Like some of these guys have like crazy routines that if you shortened it by like 6 minutes, they might go insane.
That's true. I guess I never thought about it that way.
Yeah, like there was an interview with Max Pacioretty a little while ago that like he takes an ice bath between every single period.
What a lunatic, man.
Yeah. And he says like if I like neglect it and I have a bad period, I feel like I'm letting my team down because like I'm not preparing my body the best way I can.
Man, that's fair.
I mean, these guys are insane. Like they're the best athletes in the world. So I'm not too shocked. But I remember the Jack Eichel thing from a couple years ago where it's like he almost follows the same routine down to the step every single day of like he eats an apple specifically at this time. And I don't remember the full thing because this was like 2 years ago, but like he followed the same routine down to every last detail before every single game. And I imagine he has something for the intermission too.
Probably. We'll learn more about him since he's not in Buffalo now. We'll learn a lot
now that he's in Vegas, a team that's actually going to win hockey games, and it's Vegas, the city that just breathes life. We're going to learn a lot more about Jack Eichel.
100%. Whoops.
No, that was my fault.
Nope, you're good. Danelle, yeah, this one is Adidas. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but yeah, it's Adidas. Beautiful jersey. I think it's the best reverse retro that they made. I'm extremely biased. I'll admit that.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, we've had this debate before, but I think it's the best reverse retro. But yeah, I got this one. I think I bought it like I don't even know, like right when it dropped.
You would have had to because I couldn't get one, and I tried it the second they dropped. I couldn't get one, so I had to got it the second they dropped.
I think I got a little bit priority since I was a season ticket holder. I think I got like first dibs.
Yeah, I don't even live in Colorado. They couldn't care less about me.
Yeah, so I got mine. This one's sweet. It's definitely my prized possession. I don't wear it very often because it is so beautiful, and I don't want to ruin it. Like if I'm not one of those people who gets jerseys signed by players, but if I ever bumped into Landy and I was wearing this is one I'd get signed and it would be framed.
Yeah,
alongside my McKinnon one that I have framed.
Yeah, so, if I ever got a jersey signed, it is officially retired and hung on the wall.
I've never understood that. People will wear them to games, and
that's terrifying to me.
Yeah,
because like one time I was at a game and someone just spilled beer all over me.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'd be worried about.
Your fault.
Trust me.
And I was on my Berkey jersey, not this one, but my Caps one. Like, and I had to eventually the letters fell off of that one, so I got a different one. But like that was my.
I'd be scared about that. Like you have to wash that.
Yeah, and you had to watch, and it didn't come out. That was just there forever.
Yeah, I don't know how people do it. I'm just calling lunatic. Yeah, I got my signed McKinnon hanging up now in a frame, which it's a very adult thing to do to get a jersey framed. 5 years ago, I definitely would have just put it on a hanger and hung it up, but I actually paid to get it framed.
Oh yeah, the Washington Berkey jersey I have hanging in my room is just hung up by thumbtacks.
Yeah, no, so like
it's not signed or anything. It's just a Berkey jersey.
So when you get older, it was not cheap either. It was very expensive. I think it was more expensive than the actual jersey to get it framed.
Probably.
But
and we got our friend Richie in chat here saying was very disappointed to see Darcy wasn't playing tonight. Go check out our last episode of the Tell It Abs of this podcast where we brought on Richie to talk about the Avalanche's last 2 games against the Coyotes and just everything that's going on in Arizona right now. Very educational episode. Richie, if you're still here with us, thank you so much for joining us on that episode. It's doing spectacular, by the way. You're a superstar, so thank you so much for joining us again. And just a great episode. Richie, I've had Richie and Corey on twice on the show now, and both times they have just educated me about the Coyotes in general, because you don't hear about this kind of stuff because it's more fun in the national media cycle to just dump on the Coyotes all the time and say, just relocate these guys to Quebec or Kansas City or Houston or whatever. You never really hear the other side of the story. So if you want to hear that other side of the story of what's really going on in Arizona, go check out our last episode with Richie. It's genuinely great. I'm not saying that because it's our episode. We were terrible on it. Richie was the star.
I loved the way Richie said it, is spreading the Coyotes gospel, and he truly did. So
yeah, preaching the gospel.
But yes, it was a great time. So check it out. I think we talked for a lot longer than we all intended to, but
yeah, the episode between just me and Christian and then Richie and then me and Christian again, I think it was an hour and 39 minutes.
It's a long episode.
I think it's at least up there for longest episode of the season.
Yeah, without a doubt. But it was a great one. Go check it out. Well, we're plugging the show too. We've had a ton of good interviews. We had Raj, for you Avs fans. He hosts the Between the Pipes show. We've had him on a couple times. He was great, dropping some Avs knowledge on us. We had John Michael Laus. What was that now, Griffin? 2 months ago?
About that, yeah. I think like the end of November.
Yeah, that was a great 30 minutes we spent with JML. And we're trying to get some more fans on there. So, or not fans, some more Avs personalities and just some more people on there. So go check it out. We have a great time. We release episodes every Tuesday or Monday and Thursday. Excuse me. I almost got the dates wrong on my own show.
No, I do that. I always say Sunday and Wednesday because that's when we record. I always forget that's the day after that they release.
We aren't that smart if you haven't caught on.
Oh yeah, I'm dumb as a box of nails.
Yeah, we aren't that smart. We're just two guys who have microphones, and for some reason, people listen to us.
Yeah, for some reason, companies pay us.
Yeah, makes no sense.
By the way, DraftKings, use promo code THPN when you sign up.
That's a great. My DraftKings. I'm gonna place a bet right now, live on air.
What are you thinking?
I no idea yet, man. Let's see what we got here.
I'm gonna say live.
It's gotta be about this Avs game.
Can you still live prop a Landeskog goal? I'm feeling one.
Let's see. It does not look like I can.
All right. What's the live line looking like?
Right live line, the over under is 4.5, which I don't know. That's minus
goals. I think I'd take. What are the odds?
Minus 150 for the over.
And
then the under's 4.5 at plus 120. The Avs are still heavy money line favorites, which I find interesting. They're minus 280 to win money line.
Interesting.
Which, if you watch that first period, that plus 200 for the Ducks is looking pretty appetizing.
I mean, plus 200 for a tie game in the second period where the Ducks are out shooting them. I mean, the Avalanche have not lost in regulation since they came back from break, but those are pretty good odds.
Those are pretty good odds. I'm in a live bet. I just put $20 on the Avs puck line minus 1.5 plus 110.
I think I like that one. I still think we win this one 4-2.
Yes, I just did that live on air. Here, I'll show you my confirmation code live on air. Here, 1 second. It's still loading.
Careful not to dox yourself.
I know. I don't need people to see how much money I have. There we go. You can't see it, but yeah, it's placed. That's just called bad YouTubing right there.
Yeah.
But we made it. Puck drop.
Puck drop. Second period underway. We got Eric here saying, when is Drew going to make another appearance? He was a fun guest besides his Byram take. That's a great question. You know, we've got that little break after the All-Star game coming up. We've got a couple episodes with no games in between. I'm sure I can reach out to Drew and see if he'll be down for coming on for another episode. I love having Drew on. I mean, I wholeheartedly disagree with the Byram take, but it is a question that is interesting enough to ask, especially since Drew's kind of right.
He is. He's kind of right at this point. Like, that take's not looking terrible. When he first said it, I think everyone kind of rolled their eyes.
When he first said it, I was like, oh, Lord, we are going to get eviscerated. But
now?
I mean, even now, I'm like, if you're trading Byram, you're selling low.
Oh, yeah. Like, you're not going to get maximum value for him right now.
Yeah. And again, who would I trade Byram for? It's a very short list of people. Yeah, Jack Eichel, and he's not getting traded anymore because Vegas got him first.
Connor McDavid?
Yeah, absolutely. I packaged Byram and Newhook in a package for McDavid.
Maybe Draisaitl. I mean, it's top-end players is the only ones.
That's what I was saying. Like, legitimate top-line players and top-pair defensemen and a goalie with term.
Yeah, that's about it. But yeah, it's not happening. They're not going to move Byram. I think they would have already moved him by now if they had
Yeah.
any
And
inkling.
they're not going to quit on him this early.
No.
He hasn't even been. He's barely been around for a year. Good chance for the Ducks. That's a good save by Frankie. I love doing live streams because we're talking about something completely unrelated, and it actually works with my ADHD brain because I'm focusing on like 5 things at once. See, Eric says Byram for Kaprizov.
Oof.
Yes.
Yeah,
one for one, yeah. But Minnesota wouldn't do that. If it was going to happen, it would have happened last offseason.
Yeah, I mean, Kaprizov's. I hate to admit he's good. I thought he was kind of going to be a 1-year wonder, but he's just straight up good.
He's gotten better, which is scary. And I mean,
they've gotten the term too, and then he's got a pretty cheap. He's what, $7 million AAV?
I think he's 9.5, isn't he?
Was it 5 years, $45 million?
I think it was not. I think it was 5 years at 9.5. I might be dead wrong, but it is $9 million for 5 years.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, like Eric says, the Wild would never do it. But if you are hypothetically posing that question to me, I would do Byram for Kaprizov. And I feel like it wouldn't even be that lopsided of trades. If Byram stays healthy, I think that's fair. Because Byram,
yeah, but you just don't know right now. What a great defensive play right there by EJ.
Of course it is, right?
Yeah.
All right, we're about 16:55 to go in the second period, 14-9 in shots for the Anaheim Ducks. They've had the better look so far of the second period. They just seem to have fresher legs so far.
Yeah, I mean, Frankie's made a couple big saves. This game's there for the Avs. They just got to turn it on a little bit.
I got to look at the Ducks schedule and see what they've been. Yeah, they've had 3 days off recently. So it makes sense that they've got the fresher legs. The Avalanche have played a ton of games lately. Yeah, for the Avs, they played the Wild 2 days ago. Then they had a back-to-back against the Coyotes just a day before that. They had a day break in between, but 2 days before that, they had another back-to-back of Seattle and Nashville. You could see it in the third period against Minnesota, and I think you can see it right now. I think these guys, they're breathing a little heavy right now, and I think with the ice right there too, I think they're feeling it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, they're feeling it, but the thing that's funny is, like, even though they've been tired, they're still winning games, which is
they're right there with. I think the Kings game is, if this continues, the Kings game tomorrow could be a little brutal.
It really, like, it could be a true. I'm taking the under in that game.
Yeah, I think taking the under, and I might even go as far as saying taking the Kings might not be a bad idea. Because if we're looking this tired, not even halfway through this one, we have another game tomorrow.
Yeah, but at least on this one, I wonder do they get on a plane or do you just drive?
I
have no idea. I don't know my geography in Canada.
I do not know how far LA is from Anaheim. I would assume they would get on the plane, right? Just for convenience.
I mean, that's probably gonna be like a 20-minute flight.
I mean, like, it's better than a 3-hour drive, if I'm assuming that's what it is.
I'm looking it up right now. Let's keep talking here. Because now I got it now.
All right, puck up and out of play. I mean, credit to the Ducks. I feel like we're just saying, oh, the Avs are tired. The Ducks are playing very well.
Yeah. I mean, I've been thoroughly impressed.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing this without Troy Terry as well, who just got selected to the All-Star game along with Nazem Kadri. And I was surprised to see Mika Zibanejad got voted. But even though it ended up being Jake Gensel because Zibanejad's not going, I was surprised Zibanejad got voted in. I guess I shouldn't be surprised because he's on the Rangers, but I was certain that Gensel was just going to get it outright.
Yeah, I thought so too. Okay, it's probably like an hour and a half drive.
Okay, they'll probably drive it.
Yeah, I think they'd be flying, honestly. I think that it feels like a 30-minute drive maybe, but it's like an hour and a half drive.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's from California. I probably could just ask her, but
yeah, I mean, this is like multi-million-dollar hockey team problems. Are we taking the private jet or the private bus?
Yeah, I think if you ask the players, they'd rather do the private plane.
Yeah, which one is better food? It's up to McKinnon. Do they have chickpea pasta?
Yeah, which chickpea pasta? I don't know what he's talking about, man. Brown rice pasta.
I've never heard of chickpea pasta.
Chickpea pasta is not terrible, man, but brown rice pasta is far superior.
Brown rice is very underrated.
Yeah, the brown rice pasta is far superior. As you can see, this game has just been truly exciting.
Yeah, we are talking about brown rice and pasta right now. It is 0-0. We are 5 minutes into the second period. It is 15-9 in shots in favor of the Anaheim Ducks. Still waiting on our first goal. And that under is looking better and better with every passing second.
Yeah, I mean, this game will get good in the third period if it stays like this, but right now it is.
It is slogging along right now. So if you're here with us, enjoying the ride along with us, we truly do thank you so very much. This is a comment and like driven stream. So the more you guys interact, anything you guys do to interact with us ultimately does drive the bus here at the end of the day. We are simply just two talking heads up here. You guys drive the bus when it comes to engagement on this stream. So anything you guys can do, we really do appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe. Anything does help get the word out because the YouTube algorithm is very, very picky.
Very, very picky. Trust me, we know from our last one.
We know from our last one, which I think if we streamed 10 times, we wouldn't reach our last stream before that in terms of views.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, that makes sense. Sorry, my dog was just eating my backpack. That's totally off topic, but she was eating my backpack.
Yeah. Oh, the Ducks driving to the net. They draw a penalty. Another power play upcoming for the Ducks. I believe that's Nazem Kadri with the trip and Sam Carrick driving the goal. It will be the Ducks going to their third power play of the game, looking to get on the board first in this one. Yep, Kadri taps him in the skates once, twice. It looks like it'll be Frankie that gets that trip, honestly. Frankie was the one that tripped him, but regardless, Avalanche to the box, Ducks to the power play for the third time.
Yikes, man.
Our penalty kill's getting tested here. Hope they're up to the challenge for a third straight one, because hopefully we can get that percentage back up, but I'm not feeling great about it.
I mean, it's been better lately, but I still have my worries about it.
Yeah. I mean, especially for a third straight power play.
Yeah.
If you keep taking penalties, eventually one's going to go in.
I mean, they have to even this up here pretty soon, right?
I mean, you would think. I mean, whenever it's against your team, they always even it up. But when your team starts taking penalties, they never seem to.
That's just how it goes, man.
That's just how it goes sometimes.
Dude, I can't believe my dog was eating my backpack, man. I just had no idea.
Did you have food in there or something?
No, just my backpack, man. Huh. My dog's 9 years old. It's not like she's a puppy. This is truly a historic moment in my life right now.
My dog is just absolutely passed out next to me, sleeping. She's sleeping so hard, she's got like her eyes half open.
Yeah, I know.
The eyes rolled all the way back. She is out.
Yeah, that stinks. I'm gonna have to get a new backpack. Thank God I'm not in school anymore.
But she actually like ate it. She wasn't like chewing on it.
Oh no, she chewed right through the strap that goes over my shoulder.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I had no idea.
How long was that going on?
That's what I'm wondering. I mean, long enough to chew through a strap, man.
Jeez.
We're talking, this is a long time. Holy shit.
Man.
Wow. All right. But yeah, we need a big kill here, man.
Yeah, they're showing the upcoming national schedule. The Avalanche have 2 games over the next week. They're playing the Kings on ESPN tomorrow, and they've got a TNT game against the Boston Bruins on the 26th.
Oh, bro, that's a late home game. Oh, that's going to suck.
Man. But yep, Ducks to the power play here, and our main man, Jacob, is back. I had to run a few games with a friend. No worries, my man. You have missed nothing.
Yeah. Jacob, are you an NHL 22 guy? What do you run in NHL 22?
Yeah, you missed a Curtis McDermott fight. That's it. There have been no goals.
Oh, Jacob missed the breaking news too. Jack Eichel's out for all of next year too.
Yeah, they traded him back to Buffalo.
Buffalo rescinded the trade.
Yeah, they took it back.
Sorry, Jacob. I hate to break that news to you.
All right, Ducks are getting set up here on the power play. No shots on goal to speak of at the moment. Getzlaf has this one along the corner to Trevor Zegras. I saw earlier, aren't they just sending Trevor Zegras to the All-Star game anyway? Is that something that's real or was that fake?
Who got selected from Anaheim?
It was Gibson and Terry just got voted in last man in. Oh, good chance for Getzlaf. That's a big save from Frankie.
Frankie's been fantastic this game.
He's been great tonight. Another one, fan shot from the man in question, Trevor Zegras. That was a very good opportunity he fanned on.
I wonder, is that – do they just send Zegras, or is it one of the other guys from the last man in?
I saw something about it that like they're sending Zegras for like the breakaway competition or something.
No, I mean that's kind of cool. I mean,
they should. I don't know if that's true, but they should, even if it's not.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about the breakaway competition.
Yeah.
I mean, the All-Star game in general means nothing. So
Yeah. And the breakaway competition is essentially shootouts, which means nothing anyway. So
yeah,
doubly so.
I mean, I don't know why we still play All-Star games. I think they're pretty pointless.
I think in hockey, it's pretty brutal sometimes to have an all-star game. I mean, in football, it makes sense. In basketball, it makes sense. But like in a 3-on-3 format, I feel like there's just way too many snubs. Like Brad Marchand wasn't even in the last man in vote.
Mikko Rantanen is third in the league, or like top 10 in the league in scoring, and not even a consideration.
It wasn't even a consideration. Like the Avalanche could have like 6 players going.
They truly could. I mean, Landy's having a truly great year too. Dude, Taves just caught a high stick, and my TV's frozen, so that sucks.
All right, awesome.
Oh, we're back. We're back.
All right, even better. Yeah, they're really letting the Ducks get away with some stuff here. But the power play is over. Avalanche have killed off 3 penalties here, which is not something they usually do.
Yeah. Are we talking? Was it a high stick? Was it an elbow? I didn't see. Oh, that's a scary pass.
I have to see a replay on it. It looked like a high stick from what I saw, but of course, right. It's only 1 shot on goal on the power play for the Ducks.
They moved the puck pretty well there too.
Yeah, they're just not shooting the puck all that much.
No. Like I said, dude, the Avs have not played well, and this score is still 0-0. Like, this game could truly be a blowout for the Ducks, but we're talking 0-0 here.
Yeah, I feel like the Ducks are getting closer and closer. Another good save for Frankie there. 17-9 in shots for the Ducks right now. The Avalanche have done a big fat lot of nothing so far in this second period.
Big fat hole on nothing through this whole game. I mean, outside that one Mikko Rantanen chance, like, this has been pretty boring.
Yep, and we're almost halfway through the second period already. I don't know how that happened already. Yeah, shots on goal in this second period are 7-1 for the Anaheim Ducks.
Yeah. I don't know. The Avs on national television, you just never know.
Yeah.
That save by Frankie on Getzlaf was great, man. I'm just seeing the replay of that. That was a great save.
Like they had the one blowout of Seattle back in November on ESPN Plus. All their other ones have either been losses or really close games.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking of the Washington game. That one was bad.
Yeah.
That was bad.
That was their worst loss of the season. They got beat up bad in that one. And I was very conflicted about it.
Yeah. And then I'm trying to think of the other nationally televised games we played.
The second Rangers one, that was a close game. Chicago was an overtime.
That was an awesome game. We did a live stream for that one.
Mm-hmm. Where is it now? I can remember some other ones.
Chicago, the opening night.
Yeah, that was a 2-goal game.
Oh, nice pass. Come on, Dak. Make a play. We just need to get something going here, man. Just some momentum.
My Lord.
We have not had a shift in their zone, I feel like, the entire second period.
We had a hockey night in Canada against the Leafs. That was an OT game. Like I said, second Rangers one was a 2-goal game. I'm trying to think of some other ones here. I think that's kind of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Vegas one was a loss, 3-1.
I forgot about that one. That one I've erased from my memory.
Yeah, that was a very bad first period.
No, it just got tripped. What? Where's McDermott? Not
even close. It was a shot. It'll go down as a shot attempt. You got to give him that.
He was 12 feet away. All right, the Avs actually are doing something.
And pucked up in that zone.
Awesome.
And chased down by Curtis McDermott. He gives it to nobody, but regardless. Jacob back one more time. Good to see you again, my man. You have missed nothing still.
Well, he missed the Jack Eichel news.
Oh, yeah. Jack Eichel's out forever.
Yeah. Never playing hockey again. Medically retired.
Yeah. Oh, Maltsev to Comfer almost with a good opportunity there. Just couldn't get it on goal. That's the best chance the Avalanche have had all period. Cale Makar will bring it in. It's always good when Cale Makar has the puck on a stick. I just feel a lot safer.
You just never know what's going to happen.
All right, getting some looks now. A good deflection from Maltsev as the Ducks will get this one all the way out. That'll be an icing. Oh, no, they got it right on goal. That's a lucky break for the Ducks there.
For one time, they had to get some pressure.
Stop the cap. Why would we lie to you? We would never.
Yeah, we're not lying, Jacob. It's true, man. Go look it up. Elliot Friedman tweeted it out.
Yeah. All right, looking a little better now. Ducks still keeping the pressure on, and they take it right back right as I say that. And as 4-2 might have been optimistic at this point. This might end up being like a 1-0 game.
2-0. I think there's going to be an empty netter for whatever team scores here. One team gets shut out in this game.
It feels like a 2-1 OT game, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'd love for this to go to a shootout just for you.
Dude, I've had so many. We had to have the Wild game go to a shootout. That was a disgrace.
This game actually deserves a shootout.
I can't argue with that. This is a let's just get the hell out of here.
Oh, we got penalty.
Look at that. Avalanche gets another power play here.
That's crazy, man.
Looks like it was McKinnon drawing the call, and it is. Let's see what the call is. Looks like they'll give him a slash. Avalanche will go to their second power play of the game and try to get on the board first with this one.
The only bad thing is McKinnon and them were out there for a while before, so you're going to have the second. Oh, no, we got a TV timeout. We'll be okay.
Yeah, so they'll take a moment to catch their breath here.
I'm encouraged, man. I'm encouraged.
Yeah. And do you remember who took the penalty there?
Who was it?
Our good old friend, Greg Patterin.
Former Avalanche, great.
Yeah, I'll stop capping. Bud's like 25. Why would he stop playing hockey?
Dude, he has a severe neck injury, man.
With his neck, man. Crazy. He's not doing it anymore.
He just said, screw Las Vegas. Las Vegas is the worst.
I hate Vegas.
Yeah, they have the worst hockey fans.
He had one practice, and he said he's done, finished.
Yeah. I don't blame him, man. Vegas is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
It's hot. There's no such thing as ice in Vegas, man.
There's just nothing to do in Vegas, right? What's there to do in Las Vegas?
Nothing.
That's what they say about Vegas. Just
nothing going on.
Nothing town. Whatever happens in Vegas, oh wait, nothing happens in Vegas.
Nothing ever. I've heard Blackhawks better than Vegas.
Bud loves Vegas. No, he doesn't.
How do we know? Has he spoken to the media?
No.
Yeah, I mean, because he retired. He talked to Elliot Friedman.
He retired. He's done. He quit.
Forever.
He said
he's scared of the Avalanche.
He saw the rural suburban area of Las Vegas. Like, this is too boring for me.
It is. I don't know if you've been there, man. It's truly boring.
I've never been to Vegas.
It is truly one of the most boring places on earth outside of downtown, the Strip.
It's like living on the farm.
No, it's just like living in the desert. It's truly horrendous.
We're messing with you, Jacob. I'm sure Vegas is great. I've never been there.
It's a fun place. I've never been. I want to go watch a game in Vegas. I heard it's great.
Show me this tweet. No, man, we're working. Go find it.
You got to find it yourself, man.
All right, Avalanche's power play begins now. A shocker, they lose the draw. Ducks will get it up and out of the zone immediately.
Dude, it's because Kadri got kicked out of the zone, man.
Yeah, because he just always gets kicked out of faceoffs every single time. They hate him on faceoffs.
They really do.
Kadri's taking the draw. You're like, nope, you're out of here.
You're
out of here, buddy.
All right.
Let's get this settled down a bit here. We're good about let's get a goal in this game here. I mean, we're 7 minutes left in the second period. There's still nothing, and the Ducks get it up and out of the zone immediately.
Let's go.
Oh man, don't you love this? I love that, and that counts as a shot on goal for the Ducks too. So they've got more shots on goal in this power play than we do.
It's kind of just like the last one.
Man, I love having Nathan McKinnon. He just is so effortless on those zone entries. So effortless.
My favorite thing the Avs do is when they go to the second power play unit and it's just Berkey. And I love Berkey, but he's not Nathan McKinnon.
Ever since he was in Washington, he tries those zone entries all the time, and they never work. They never work.
No, they never do.
It's fake? What?
No, man. You're lying, Jacob.
Hey, God. It's not fake. How could it be fake? We made it up.
Yeah.
How could we get fooled by it?
We're starting these rumors. I say we do. That'd be fun. Let's just start a crazy hockey rumor and see if it catches on.
I mean, if you put enough out there, eventually something's going to catch on.
Something's got to stick. I heard that Connor McDavid wants to come to the Avs.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Heard Jack Eichel was like, yeah, I wanted to go to Colorado. He actually did say that. So.
He did say that.
All right. Shot from Rantanen right into the chest of John Gibson. We got a shot. That's something. That's more than we can say for most of this period. I don't know how we managed to get more boring than the first period, but
we did. This period's flying by though, which is good.
That's at least the good thing. At least it's going pretty fast. We've got about 6 minutes left in the second here. It is still a fat nothing.
Jacob, it's never too damn late for BS, man. We're breaking news here.
The later it gets, the more likely I'm lying.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be like I've heard Jack Eichel and Connor McDavid want to team up with Nathan McKinnon in Colorado.
I heard the same. Source, I made it up.
Yeah, source myself.
Source me. I love that Nathan McKinnon's in all lowercase here.
Yeah, you would rather play.
You went out of your way to put that there.
Jacob, you got to learn how to spell Avs, man. It's AVS.
It's pretty close. It's like
It's close.
the Colorado Avenues.
Yeah, I mean, it's close. Nathan McKinnon would never want to play for Vegas because they're terrible.
They're not even real.
Yeah.
We're messing with you, Jacob. We love you, buddy.
We're only giving you grief because you're easy to give grief to.
Yeah, it's funny. We got 39 seconds left on this power play for the Avalanche. And would you believe it if I told you that the Ducks cleared it again?
Crazy, man.
Crazy stuff.
Dude, these games, I don't know what it is about when the Avs play in California. They are some of the most boring hockey games.
I think it's just California in general with their teams sometimes. Because we've played the Ducks in Colorado twice. Those are perfectly fine games. The second we go to Anaheim, that just turns into a drag.
Yeah. Let's see.
Let's get something here, Mac. All right. And just couldn't connect to Rantanen. The pass from Landeskog. That was the best look we've had all game. That shot from McCarr goes wide. Power play is in the books. And over 0 for 2 on the power play for the Avalanche. The Ducks are 0 for 3 on their power plays. Even special teams can't save us from this deadlock so far.
Jacob, last time the Avs made the Stanley Cup Finals was 2001.
When they won the Stanley Cup.
So, yeah. I know what you're going to say Vegas made it more recently, but then they lost to a Caps team.
They lost to my other team. So you have nothing on me, buddy.
All right. The Avs are picking this up a little bit.
See, do you guys know when Neil will be on? I need to roast him about tonight's game. I don't know off the top of my head. I mean, with Neil, there's a pretty good chance he's doing the one tomorrow just because he's Neil and he's a maniac who does these like every single day. So, I mean, there's a bunch of games tomorrow. There's a good chance that Neil's just doing one anyway.
We're talking, this guy did the Canadiens Coyotes game a couple days ago. Like he will truly do any game.
Like that's just a genuine trooper if you're doing that.
Yeah.
I mean,
that could be fun. Just do the worst game. That could be fun.
I'm sure if we asked Neil about it, I'm sure he would be like, "Oh yeah, that was a blast."
Dude, we're talking like tomorrow if we're doing a worst game, Dallas Stars versus Buffalo Sabres. Can you imagine how boring that game's going to be?
Man.
In Buffalo too.
In Buffalo, I watched the Red Wings play the Sabres the other day before the Avs played.
Sorry,
there was nobody there. I was like,
was it in Detroit?
It was in Buffalo.
Oh, that makes sense.
And I was like, this feels like last year when there was no fans. Like the Sabres would score and there was barely a pop.
Well,
like I'm not roasting Sabres fans here, but
we're talking about Coyotes being ones who need to be relocated. I mean, are there Buffalo fans?
Buffalo has a massive fan base. Buffalo, once they're good, they will have the best fan base in the NHL.
They're just trying to prove a point right now.
There's no reason to go. They haven't made the playoffs in over a decade, or at least almost now. Like, would you be supporting that right now? Absolutely not. Like, you look at who's watching like the Stanley Cup Final, Winter Classic, All-Star Game. Buffalo, no matter who's playing, is always top 5. I make the argument that Buffalo is actually the best fan base in the NHL.
I mean, we give Phoenix and Coyotes a ton of shit, but I feel like Buffalo doesn't get the shit that they deserve.
Buffalo management doesn't get the shit that they deserve. Buffalo fans are off the hook. I love Buffalo fans. They're the best. I mean, the fact that they're still supporting that team after everything, that is true fandom. That is the realest you can possibly get.
Fair.
And after the Eichel trade, I would have been like, no, I'm done here.
I'm out.
Not. I mean, I said like a year before the Eichel trade, if they ever trade Eichel, they need to fold. Like, that's so bad.
They're still around, man.
They're still around somehow. Yeah. Jacob's saying, yeah, he's doing the Vegas and Montreal game tomorrow. That'll be a pretty fun one. Probably not. Vegas will probably crush, but, you know.
Yeah.
My reflex is still that Montreal is good, even though they're not.
No.
Let's see. I bet that in-game will be 6 goals. I think I lost.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Unless there's a big third period coming, I think I think you're out of luck there, my friend. I'm real sorry about it.
Yeah, go cash out if you can.
Yeah. I bet on first goal by Colorado. Do I lose? Not yet.
Not yet.
No goals yet. Still 0-0. If the Avalanche, they can still score first here and still win you some money, my friend. But right now we are still waiting because we have 5 minutes to go in the second period. Exactly 5 minutes. Shots on goal are 19-12 for the Anaheim Ducks. Still no goal. That's a big save from Pavel Francouz on Ryan Getzlaf. Getzlaf's been all over the ice tonight. Jacob saying Vegas 50, Montreal 0. I mean, the way Montreal's playing, that would not
be possible, man. I would laugh so hard if
that's
Vegas,
definitely possible.
If Vegas lost to Montreal again. That would be hilarious.
Yeah, how many rounds left? We still got about 4:30 to go in the second period, so we got the rest of the second and the entire third period before we can get a goal in this game. I mean, we might just be going to a shootout 0-0.
Yeah,
I mean, there is just not much happening here. Shots on goal in the second period, they're shown on screen now, is 9-4 for the Ducks. I mean, this is truly this is the pinnacle of a 10 p.m. slog right now.
It's a barn burner, man.
Oh, yeah, this is just outstanding hockey. I said 4-2, and I was being optimistic, apparently.
3-2. I'm getting flashbacks of last year facing this team.
Oh, boy. Here comes Sam Steele with a breakaway, and he's shut down by Pavel Francouz. That was the best chance anyone's had all night. See, can you guys provide us the bet slip? I mean, Kristen, what did you say your bet was again?
I bet the Avs puck line -1.5 plus 110 on the greatest sportsbook app, DraftKings. Use promo code THPN. And that was at plus 110. I put $20 on it. I'm not liking those odds. I'm not liking.
All we got to do is score one and hold on for an empty netter.
Yeah, that's really our only hope. This game is just truly.
I think if the Ducks score a single goal, I think you're out of luck.
Yeah, because the Avs just don't look like they have it tonight. And
it's what I was thinking after the Minnesota game. I think these guys are running out of gas right now, which is not good because they got to play again tomorrow.
Yeah, against a good Kings team. I mean, this wasn't. I think at the beginning of the year we both thought this would be an easy one, but both teams, the Ducks and the Kings, have surpassed expectations.
Yeah, they've definitely outperformed the Ducks, especially. I think they've been the biggest surprise in the league.
Oh, right now. I'd say another big surprise is the Coyotes not being as bad as we thought they were going to be.
I mean, that's a very recent thing. Yeah. It's like they've been not terrible in their last 5 games for once, and Montreal being as bad as they are is.
It's gonna be so messed up when they get Shane Wright. Like Montreal is going to get Shane Wright.
The draft is in Montreal. It's so going to be rigged for them to get Shane Wright.
Like it's going to happen that way.
And then they're going to ruin him by putting all this pressure on him.
Who even is the second best prospect? Would you say?
I think he's got a super long name that I'm very certain I can't pronounce, and I'm not remembering it off the top of my head. Yeah. I'm sure I can find it. Or is he next year? Oh, I think he's in the Connor Bedard draft as the guy. Was it like it's like Miro Shin something? I don't know. There's a Logan Cooley, I think, is another one that's up there too. Like a Matthew Savoy, I think you could pronounce his name as well. I think he's up there.
So, I mean,
I'm not a prospect guy. That is definitely my blind spot as prospect.
After Connor Bedard, there's just no one.
Yeah. I think it's a pretty decent draft. Get in there. Oh, just couldn't get through for McKinnon. All right, getting some looks now. Under 2 minutes to go in the second period. We are still looking for our first goal.
That was O'Connor, man.
Oh, that is O'Connor.
Yeah.
25 and 29 can get.
They're too similar. I do make the same mistake all the time, dude.
Yeah. See, Jacob saying, when will Owen power play? Probably next year.
Honestly. Yeah, I'd say
it was absolutely the right decision for Buffalo to let him go back to Michigan.
Oh, yeah.
I think in recent years, I don't think it's a bad idea to let your first overall picks develop unless they are superstars. Sam Girard.
MEG, baby!
MEG. And the nightmare is over. We've got a goal. Nothing for the Avs. Sammy G. The madness is over. We've got ourselves a goal finally. 91 seconds to go in the second period. It is 1-0 for the Avalanche. Let's see this one again on the replay. Kadri brings it into the zone off the feed from Berkey. Sammy brings it back, fires it. I can't believe that beat Gibson. And it is 1-0.
I don't know how we got here, man.
Let's take a look at that one again. That one looks like kind of ramps off of Shattenkirk a bit. Oh, it hits Shattenkirk's skate and ramps up. Then it hits Gibson in the pad and bounces right into the back of the net. But it is 1-0 for the Avs, and they will hopefully bring that lead into the second period. And good news for Christian's bet.
Woo! Let's go, baby.
Actually, that didn't hit Shattenkirk at all. That one just straight up bounced off of the ice. That is a very bouncy puck. That
is hilarious. That's
That
just
is
how
a
that's a perfect description of how ugly this game's been.
that is a very, very lucky goal. Sammy didn't even mean to do that. That puck
He deserves it, man. I feel like Sammy G's been playing really good hockey these past couple. I mean, he had that one bad play.
He had a rough game against Minnesota. He had his moments against Minnesota, but he deserved that one. Let's take a look at that one. You got Hollywood saying go Ducks and then Avalanche. There's just a thing on our streams where sometimes people come in and say like go other team, and then the Avalanche immediately score.
Yeah, so keep doing
that. Keep doing that. We love that. But thank you so much for joining us, Hollywood. We appreciate it.
Yeah, Jacob, we'll finish our thoughts. Oh, go for it, man. Go for it. Sorry.
Jacob's saying I don't know whether to be happy or, I mean, in terms of practicality, actually,
probably want the Ducks to win.
I mean, I was going to say you probably want the Avs to win just because the Ducks are in division, but the Ducks aren't catching Vegas.
No.
So you probably want to be cheering for the Ducks here.
Yeah. But also Owen Power, I think he's going to be a very good player.
He's going to be great.
Do I think he's going to be great with Buffalo? I don't know. They've kind of messed up Rasmus Dahlin.
Well, they already did what they didn't do with Rasmus Dahlin and are letting him develop outside of Buffalo.
Yeah.
A very good step. Stay out of Buffalo for as long as you can.
Yeah. I still think Rasmus Dahlin's going to be great for whatever team he goes to next.
Yeah. When they eventually drive him out of town and they trade him to friggin' Carolina.
Yeah.
If Carolina got that top pick and got Dahlin instead, he'd be in the Norris conversation.
Oh, 100%.
The guy was playing for Team Sweden at 18.
Yeah. He's a great player. He's a great player.
Yeah. Then I was saying, let me ask, since you guys are huge Avalanche fans, do you guys think if the Avalanche don't win the Stanley Cup this year, is it a failure? You know, I was actually thinking about this like on my way home today. I think minimum I'd consider a Stanley Cup final to be a success. Because if you lose in the first round, massive changes are coming. Second round, same thing. Third round, you're probably losing to Vegas if you're not getting to the Stanley Cup final. That personally would upset me very much. And if it's not to Vegas, I don't see any excuse to lose. So I see Stanley Cup final as minimum success, honestly. I mean, getting out of the second round would be relieving, but then immediately losing in the third round, especially to Vegas, I don't think I'd feel much better about it.
Yeah, you have to get out of the second round, bare minimum.
Bare minimum, full stop. If you don't get out of the second round, massive changes are coming.
Yeah.
Full stop.
Like, bare minimum, you have to get out of the second round. I do think that this team is, but here's the thing. I don't think this team's as good as the team last year, but that's
on
just
paper. On paper.
That's just how hockey is sometimes. You're not going to win with the best team sometimes. I think bare minimum, if they get out of the second round, I'd be happy. I do agree, it'd be kind of a letdown to just go and lose in the third round right away to Vegas again. But I think bare minimum you have to get. I don't think it's Stanley Cup or bust. I do still think this team's championship window's open. I hate to keep referencing the Capitals, but you like the Capitals, their window's been open for what, 18 years now? Like
pretty much.
Like these windows stay open a little bit longer than you think. As long as you can keep the core there,
I mean,
your core stays healthy, you have a chance.
I mean, on the opposite end of the spectrum, I'd look at the Winnipeg Jets. Back in 2018, we thought their window was going to be open for 5 years at minimum, and it's shut in 2 years. And now Patrick Laine is not even on the team anymore. So sometimes you just never know. You have to look at it on a year-by-year basis. Next year, you just don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if you're going to have a goalie next year. You don't know if all of your second line is going to walk. So
it's quite possible.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'd say for me, at least, it's Stanley Cup final or bust. To lose in the Stanley Cup final would shatter me to pieces, but I would still walk away being like, you made it, and therefore you can get there again, kind of thing. If you lose to Vegas again, then I think there's like, oh, this team can't get past Vegas stigma that would start to kick in. Yeah. If you lose to Calgary in the third round or something like that, I just don't see who in the Pacific would beat us outside of Vegas, honestly.
I think Calgary would give us a good series.
They would give us a good series, but over the course of a 7-game series, do they win 4? If Calgary beats Vegas, I would definitely then entertain the conversation of that. But we are a very long way from that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, no, I guess the answer is
I mean, when you're a top team like this, any season you don't win the Stanley Cup's a failure.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
I'm trying to look through it with like positivity, but I hate to say, but I do kind of think it is Stanley Cup or bust.
Yeah,
like, this year to be a success, it is Stanley Cup or bust.
I mean, and the thing about that is there are 16 teams that are going to say their season was a failure because they didn't win the Stanley Cup, and probably some other teams too that missed the playoffs. And like a team, like you look at teams like the Leafs, the Panthers, the Lightning, the Bruins, the Capitals, the Penguins, the Rangers, like all these Stanley Cup contenders. And by the way, that was total coincidence. I just named all the ones in the East because the East is crazy. Only one team can win the Stanley Cup. Like, there's a lot of teams that are going to call their season a failure at the end of the year. It's tough. It really is. And it's pretty brutal that we didn't get past Vegas last year because, like Christian said, that was a really good team that we had. But the thing about that is the drawing back to the Capitals again and referencing them, they had 2 President's Trophy winning years in a row, 2 stacked teams from top to bottom. They lost to Pittsburgh both times. They lose a couple players. The team on paper got worse. Go to the playoffs, beat Pittsburgh, go win the Stanley Cup. Yeah. It happens.
It happens.
You don't always. Sometimes the worst team of the Alex Ovechkin era since like 2012 won the Stanley Cup for the Caps. Like, you just never know.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know what you call this year if they don't win it.
Look at Nashville. Like, Nashville, second wild card, Stanley Cup final. Next year, President's Trophy, out second round. Like,
you never know.
You never know.
You never know. Jacob, what do you got for me, man? Guys, I was so bored in school that I watched the Red Wings Buffalo game. I'm sorry. Yeah, you must have been bored, man.
Man, I think I would rather pay attention in math class than watch that.
Yeah.
That game wasn't bad. The game itself wasn't bad. Speaking of, what's this, Buffalo? Did you see what happened in the Senators and Sabres game?
Oh, yeah.
The worst goal I've ever seen allowed. There's an entire scrum on the ice. The referees are actively trying to break up a scrum, and they don't pull the play dead, and the Sabres score.
And they won the game off of it.
And that was the game-winning goal. That's so bad.
At least it happened in that game.
But Christian, the game's too fast. The referees, they can't keep up with it. It's just, what do you want them to do? It's too fast. Give me a break. That's horrible.
I mean, I'm not surprised. Like,
I'm not surprised.
I've given up on trying to understand NHL officiating. I've given up.
That's the worst part. You go into each game expecting officiating to be terrible.
Yeah, it's bad. Hey, you won your bet. Congrats. I'm glad you won your bet.
Friend wins his bet there. You love to see it.
Yeah, that's always good.
Yeah. Donald saying, as a diehard New York sports fan that watches local football, the Jets and Giants had a good weekend of their division rivals, all losing. Patriots, Eagles, and Cowboys. I think we were talking about this on our last stream. I think all the teams we wanted to lose, except for the Chiefs, lost. I mean, I was happy because they lost. They beat the Steelers. But I know a lot of you don't like the Chiefs. But
I despise the Chiefs, man. So
yeah, but I despise the Steelers.
My heart.
I despise the Steelers more.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Let's see what else we got here. Do you think? Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah, this is something that we're going to talk about a lot over the course of the coming months. I personally think that we're going to be closer to stand pat than making moves because we just don't have a ton of assets that we can move right now. I think a move that I would like the Avalanche to make is you go out and get Mario Ferraro from the San Jose Sharks at the deadline. He's an upcoming RFA under team control. You can keep him for the next couple years. I think he's a shot blocking machine that plays some solid defense that you can throw on your third pair. But what did I just say? Third pair. Like, I don't think we're adding anything to our top 6. I mean, Sakic is a madman, and he can definitely whip something up crazy. But Sakic is usually the kind of GM that makes his moves in the offseason, and he did. Yep. You got Darcy Kemper. The people talking about we're going to go and get another goalie with what? Like, you're going to go get Marc-Andre Fleury? Even if you want to, you can't. There are teams with a first-round pick and other assets that are going to go and get him from Chicago before you can, unless you're trading Sampo Ranta or Justin Barron, which I'm not doing.
I look at the way Francouz is playing tonight. Like, I'm completely content with Francouz and Kemper. Like,
yeah,
I don't think it. I don't think they move. If I'm Joe Sakic, I think the only move you make, you definitely need another depth defenseman, like you were talking about.
I'd say maybe another depth forward too.
Yeah, maybe another depth forward, but they aren't going to be big game hunting. Like this is
No.
going to be a very kind of like last year where you just got Patrick Nemeth and Carl Soderberg. It's going to be a deadline just like that.
I will say this though. I did mention this to you, Christian, right before we started. If the Stars become sellers, I will give up whatever they want for Joe Pavelski. I want him so badly on the Avalanche. I will give up anything to get him.
I don't know if the cap would work out because he's a pretty big cap hit.
Yeah, he's $7 million. If they retained half, it would be 3.5. I think you'd have to do some gymnastics, but I think you could make it work, especially with the deadline cap being much lower than what it would be at the start of the season.
Good.
So, I mean, I'm no capologist, but if the Stars did sell, I would want Joe Pavelski badly.
Yeah, I don't think they'd sell to the Avs though.
They wouldn't. It's a pipe dream.
Yeah,
and assuming our goalies are still playing well. Okay, Kristen, I think we got to take a break here. I'm kind of running out of breath, but
yeah, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We should be getting closer and closer to the period restarting, and it's gonna be a good third period.
Yeah, we'll get to the rest of your comments once we come back from break. We're going to stretch our legs, get some water, catch our breath. We'll be back with you guys in just a few minutes once we get started with the third and final period. Hello, everybody. Once again, we are back, and let's get right back to some of these comments here as we're still waiting for the third period to start. Danelle saying, I want the Rams to beat the Buccaneers, just want Brady gone. He doesn't need to get another Super Bowl and win another title. Don't hate the Bucs. Just hate him. He has enough rings, don't you think? It would be kind of boring if Brady wins again, honestly. Like, I get he's great, and that'd be a great story and everything, but let's give someone else a chance, please.
Yeah, someone. I as long as it's not the Chiefs, I don't really care who wins.
Yeah, I think the Bills beat up the Patriots real bad, and I think that put a lot of doubt in my mind about my Chiefs-Packers pick in the Super Bowl. The Bills Chiefs game this weekend. I mean, you don't need me to tell you that's a big game.
Yeah, I mean that's going to be awesome. So, I want the Bills to win. I just hate the Chiefs so much. I really do.
I hope the Bills win. I think it wouldn't be good for football to have Patrick Mahomes out, but I'd like to see the Bills win it.
Yep, I agree.
Jacob saying Vegas will beat the Avs and Flames and any other team we face. I mean, it's generally what you have to do to win a cup, from what I remember. It's been a while.
Think so.
Yeah. I mean, Vegas is. If Eichel really fits in Vegas, I'll give you some credit. I think they are the favorites.
I agree. Sadly, I hate to say it, but
I think in the East, every team is so good to the point that once you get to the final, how much are you going to have left? I mean, in hockey, it kind of seems like it works better that way. The tougher opponents you face on the way to the final, the better chance you have in the final. But like every team in the East playoff is a legitimate contender. And in the West, I think you have two.
Yeah.
And the Golden Knights.
It's two in the West, and it's not even, frankly, like it's two in a significant gap between
and who are we talking in that next tier? Minnesota?
Yeah, and I still don't even think Minnesota's that good.
Yeah, like
Like, they're good. Don't get me wrong.
They're good. They're good. Like, they're one of the best teams in the Western Conference, but that's the thing. The West isn't very good.
Yeah. That's why it's kind of just like meh.
Yeah. See, saying rip Avalanche win plus over 4.5. Yeah, I think the over 4.5. Yeah, unless there's a real good third period here.
It's possible, man.
It's possible, but is it realistic?
No.
Maybe.
I mean, who knows? If goals like that are going to beat John Gibson, maybe we get some more crazy bounces.
Yeah. You got our man Donnell. Did you guys see all those Cowboy fans crying on TV? And the best Stephen A. Smith was making fun of the Cowboys fans like he always did. Me and Christian weren't we getting ready for an episode when they showed that girl just crying on air? And we were both like, "What? Who is this woman important? Why are they showing her just sobbing her? There's like 4 minutes left in the game. You're down by a touchdown. Why are you?"
That had to be the meanest. Thank God they don't put cameras in the nosebleeds, because I was probably like that after like an Avs game one time. But, like, can you imagine being that girl and just getting put on blast like that? Like, you're just at a game and then the camera just finds you.
Why are you crying with 4 minutes left in the game? It's not over yet. I get crying afterwards, okay, but, like, you still have, like, 2 possessions left.
Yeah.
Why are you crying already?
She just knew they were going to do that QB draw.
Oh, man. I just thought that was hilarious. The more I thought about it, the funnier it got. Who is this woman? Why is she crying? And why is she crying with 4 minutes left in the game?
So bad, dude.
So funny. So you got Richie saying, do the Ducks have a chance? I mean, they absolutely have a chance. They're playing they're playing very well tonight. If they can break out and get at least one here and drag this game to OT, they've definitely got a chance.
Yeah, this game is far from over.
Yeah. See, chance to Avalanche get 3 goals. I mean, they've got a chance for that too. You get another one here and you get an empty netter. They can definitely get 3 goals for sure.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Like it could happen. I don't think it will, but it could happen.
Yeah, it can definitely happen. I mean, the Avalanche, once they turn it on, we could be sitting here at the end of the night with 5. Like, that's just how good we are offensively. If McKinnon finds the back of the net and Rantanen starts burying his chances, we can definitely finish this game with 5 goals. It's not out of the realm of possibility.
But is it going to happen? I don't know.
I don't think so. John Gibson's playing very well, and even the quality of the ice just doesn't seem very good tonight.
No.
This just smells like a 2-1 game.
Yeah,
I think the Ducks are going to get on the board in the third period.
Yeah, they will. I wouldn't be surprised if the game's OT.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say the yes word. I do think the Ducks get on the board.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, and then just go off topic here. Anson Carter's jersey that he's been wearing for both. That's a sweet jersey, by the way. I don't know why the Bruins don't go back to that. That's a sweet jersey.
I have not registered his jersey at all.
It is.
I know what you're talking about, but I'm totally blanking on it in my mind.
It's sweet, dude. It's sweet.
Still waiting for the second period or the third period to start here. We're in second intermission right now. We are in commercial break, so I can't even see what jersey you're talking about.
No, it's a commercial break. You won't see it again.
Yeah.
I got to know. What language is that? Is that Russian?
I think it's Russian. I want to put it. I can't copy it. I want to put it in the Google Translate so we can at least try to talk to him. But thank you so much for joining us regardless. Unfortunately, we can't. I'm sorry.
I don't speak Russision. If that's Russian, I'm sorry.
I've got a B in French this semester in college, and I think that was very generous of my professor. So,
yeah, I don't know. Okay, sorry. What is the best NFL playoff match? I mean, it's got to be Bills Chiefs.
It's Bills Chiefs. If we want to go in order, I mean, these are all pretty good, honestly.
Bills Chiefs.
Bills Chiefs. Number 2 is tough. Rams Bucks.
Yeah, I'm not as excited. I'm more excited for 49ers Packers.
Yeah, no, you're right. 49ers Packers, I think, is a good one. But Rams Bucks is another banger. And even then, Bengals and Titans, do not sleep on that game.
It's gonna be a fun one. I got the Bengals winning.
It's gonna be a fun game.
I got the Bengals winning that one.
I have every once in a while I have these weird dreams about sports results, and 99% of the time they're right. And I had a dream last night that the Bengals won. I don't know why I was dreaming about that game because it is completely unrelated to my life, but I dreamed about Holly Holm knocking out Ronda Rousey. I dreamed about both Penguins Cups. Those were nightmares.
So you're saying we need to manifest an Avs dream for you to win a Stanley Cup. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. We'll get working on that. I
had a dream like a couple months ago that I was in Colorado for the Cup final, but we didn't. I woke up before the game was over. Oh, look at this. We've got ourselves a guest joining the stream. Mr. Nate Thomas joining us. Let's add him to the stream and get him in here. How's it going, my friend? Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, give me just a second. I can't hear anything.
Oh, no worries, my friend. Send me a message in the private chat once you can. He can't hear that, so.
Oh. We're all good. We're all good. Let's see, Jacob. NHL. Yeah, I mean, I agree. The NHL is better than the NFL, but yeah, I mean, NFL is still fun. I wouldn't say it's ahead of MLB.
I'd honestly, I'd have an NHL, NFL, MLB, NBA. I don't like basketball at all. That's just my personal opinion. I'm not saying basketball sucks. I used to like basketball when I was younger. I just slowly got into it. Avatar, how's it going, my friend? Good to see you again, my friend. I remember you were really in it with one of us on our live streams a little while ago. So good to see you again. And Nate, whenever you're ready, just give me a little bit of a thumbs up whenever you can hear us, because he's still waiting there on the background with us at the moment. Let's finish on some of these. Eric saying, now go dream about an Avs dynasty. I've come close a couple times, honestly.
I will go dream about it. I dream about it every night.
My dreams are complete nonsense. Like every 1 out of 10 dreams, can I even decipher what it means? Like, that's the thing about having severe ADHD is like my dreams are meaningless and I don't remember them anyway. So
we made it to puck drop though, man.
Yeah. So yeah, third period underway now. Avalanche up 1-0. We got Nate Hopper in chat. Thank you so much for joining us. He's saying Avs are going to clutch this 3-1. I think that's realistic, honestly.
That's fair.
I think we get one more. I think we go up 2-0. Ducks make it interesting, and we seal it with an empty netter.
I agree. I mean, personally, I think the Avs got this.
I think we got this one. I think getting that first goal was big. I think if the Ducks got on the board first, my tune would be completely different.
Yeah.
We got Isha coming in here saying the Ducks for real this year. First good year in their rebuild. The Ducks are interesting because I was talking about this earlier in the stream. I don't think they make the playoffs, but the fact that they're even in this conversation right now is so important for them. The fact that they're going to be playing meaningful games in March and April and in the race for the playoffs is so important for your Zegrases, your Terrys, your Drysdales, all these guys that you're developing. I don't think they're going to make it because I just don't think they have the depth yet. They still might. I'm not smart, so they might still just completely make the playoffs anyway. I think if they do, it'll be third in the Pacific, and I think Calgary probably beats them pretty bad in the first round. But the fact that they're in the conversation is well ahead of schedule. I thought there was going to be 4 years at least until they were going to be in the conversation. I thought they were going to be one of the worst teams in the league this year, like they were last year. And I'm sure Nate, once he gets his stuff figured out and hops back on here, then I'm sure he'll tell us all about it. So you got Donnell saying the NHL championship trophy, the Stanley Cup to win, is the hardest of the 4 major sports without competition. Then the NBA, NFL, and MLB. Yeah, I think I agree. The NBA is pretty similar with that.
I agree. I mean, the NBA is not. I've kind of lost interest in the NBA, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I think the last time I was really into the NBA was when LeBron was still with the Heat.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I've lost all interest.
Yeah, and Isha, he's got the right idea with us. You guys drive the bus here on the stream. Anytime you like, anytime you comment, you're helping drive the bus here on the stream. Remember to like and subscribe because we do watch-alongs every single day here at the Hockey Podcast Network. And speaking of the Hockey Podcast Network, we've got the host of one of our best shows joining us once again. I totally spoiled his entrance earlier, but second tries the charm. Nate, welcome to the Watchalong, man. This is a real close one. Avs up 1-0. How do you see this one going?
You're able to hear me, first of all, right?
We can hear you.
Yes, we got you.
Perfect. All right. Technical difficulties because I'm not in my normal spot, actually. I had my whole desk and everything torn down and kind of reorganizing some things. So honestly, I got like a makeshift thing on like one of those plastic tables that Bills fans constantly break and stuff like that. Yeah, this is a really close game right now, but for some reason, I have no idea what it is, though. The Ducks love to bring it to the Avalanche and make it close for you guys. I have no clue why. We can't do it with, I mean, there's a couple teams that we can do it better with than others kind of thing, but for some reason, we always bring it to the Avalanche. So going into this game, honestly, I was thinking with our depleted lineup, it wouldn't look too good, but they're honestly pleasantly surprising me right now.
That's exactly what we were talking about earlier. It's just for some reason the Ducks always play the Avalanche so intensely, and we played you guys 8 times last year, and those are some of our most brutal games of the season.
And they were
So,
some of our best considering the season that we had, finishing
Yeah.
30th out of 31 teams at the time.
yeah, and I think fortunately for the Avs, this is our final game against the Ducks this season. But the Ducks have certainly played very well in this one. I mean, Sam Girard got a very lucky bounce off the ice for the only goal of this one.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but it's good to see you again, Nate. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while since we've
Yeah.
talked. And Christian, I don't know if I think we talked a couple times on the THPN Slack, but I guess good to see you through the virtual lens.
Yeah, good to see you too, man. I love following the Quack Report. You guys crack me up, man.
Oh, thank you very much. We do our best. It's honestly it's half a hockey show and half Carter and I just shooting the shit. And we've been friends for I think almost 10 years. So there's some things even that we're like, okay, no, we can't put that on the show kind of thing. But we definitely accidentally just have our tangents and stuff like that too. But for anybody watching or that, if you're curious about that, after this game is done, the one that we're all watching right now, Carter and I will be live with our own show, the Quack Report, over on our YouTube channel, our Twitch, Twitter, at Quack Report Pod, and as well as the Hockey Podcast Network's Facebook. And yeah, we'll be doing our own episode. We'll be talking about this game and a couple other things. So, and yeah, we like to get into the comedic aspects and stuff like that too. Well, it was 2 episodes ago we talked about the Kodak Black thing going on in Florida. And what the last episode we talked about, you guys like the Drake thing. You guys heard about that as well?
Oh, the condom with the hot sauce.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Like we talked about that and whatever. Like we talk about it's hockey and pop culture really, and like music and stuff like that. It's just us shooting the shit really. So
love it. Well, we'll go back to the Ducks here. What are your thoughts on like what's success for this team this year?
Honestly, success would have been doing any better than they did last year, and they are pleasantly surprising all of us right now. Like both Carter and I during our way too early season predictions had this team finishing 7th out of 8 teams for the Pacific Division, and they are currently not in that spot at least. So that's honestly happiness for us at this point. So last season was not gonna lie, pretty depressing.
Yeah, I mean it's the Ducks and the Kings have probably been my 2 biggest surprises in the NHL this year. The Kings not as much because the Kings all you've heard about from the Kings is how much organizational depth they have, but the Ducks, it was really just Zegras and Drysdale, and after that, it was just kind of a whole lot of we don't know.
It's amazing what happens when you let the young guys do their thing, right?
Crazy. Right? It's a crazy concept.
Yeah, Troy Terry's got to be the biggest surprise of anybody in the league this year. Was he at 21, 22 goals right now?
I think it's 22 the last I had checked. So yeah, he's been on an absolute tear as well. I think he had he was keeping up with McDavid there for a while. I think he was on it was a 9 or 10 game point streak that he had and stuff like that. He was just going off. And yeah, and you got Zegras there as well, just showing up the highlights, especially when he's paired with Sonny Milano. Those two, oh, chef's kiss, just beautiful. And yeah, it's been fun watching. Even Isaac Lundestrom on the third line there as a third line centerman has been fun to watch this year, right? So just and Jamie Drysdale on that back end there, normally pairing with Cam Fowler. Yeah, it's been fun to watch this year. So
is Fowler playing tonight? I haven't seen him.
No, he is currently out COVID protocol along with like majority of our team, not gonna lie.
Yeah. That's why I thought this game was going to be a little bit more blood, but the Ducks showed up and played.
I'm impressed with it. So
yeah, they're really showing up and shutting the Avs down for the most part. I mean, I said 4-2 coming into this game, and that was very optimistic.
I think honestly the biggest surprise, and it's not even necessarily a thing at him, it's more just kind of what we've seen in the past. John Gibson isn't normally great in like first games back from injury or that sort of thing. It always looks like he's been rushed. But he's not, knock on wood, right now he's playing fantastic actually. So
I love John Gibson.
We're about to get a power play here as Rantanen once again takes a third period penalty. He loves taking those recently. So the Ducks are going to be and he is not happy.
Yeah, I mean,
He's really not happy.
That hit on McKinnon was a little.
Jesus. Yeah, so the Ducks are going to be getting their 4th power play of the game here and another opportunity to tie this game up. Sorry to cut you off there, Nate, but that
No,
was
it's all good.
that was a reaction from Nico, to say the least. He is not happy.
Oh, come on. To quote the great Jim Matheson, why are you pissy? Come on.
We talked about that earlier, man.
Oh, man.
We had 30 minutes to go because this puck was supposed to drop at 8. And,
yeah, it got pushed back as the New York game, right? Yeah.
No, yeah, we started at 9:55 on the dot, so we had a good 25 minutes. The first 25 minutes of this stream, we were literally watching another game.
Oh, yeah. Carter and I are from Southern Alberta, right? Like about an hour and a half south of Calgary there. So, you know, we got the full force of it, especially on our Twitter feeds. And man, it was so funny to watch in that. Even a buddy of mine who's also on the Hockey Podcast Network, James Johnson of the Barn Burner podcast. He even got in on it with a burner account as well of a fake Jim Matheson saying like, "Oh, Wayne never treated me this way," and he got a few people. It was hilarious.
Oh, yeah. There was a lot of Oilers media that fell hook, line, and sinker for that stuff.
Well, and even like outside of Edmonton, you had like Steve Simmons out of Toronto getting in on it, which I mean, there's another class act of a journalist. If hopefully you're catching my sarcasm here, but
oh yeah, I got it. I worry sometimes people don't catch on to Griffin and I's because there's sometimes we'll say just some stupid stuff, and I really hope people catch on to our sarcasm. But
my sarcasm sounds exactly the same as my normal voice, so I don't blame anyone for it.
It's truly like I cannot believe that situation. Like Griffin sent me that clip yesterday. I was at work and I was like, this isn't real, is it? And it was 130% real. And I love Leon Draisaitl even more for that now. Like I like Leon Draisaitl. Now I think he's probably one of my top 10 favorite players because of that.
I was laughing because like on Twitter, I'm going like, okay, I'm originally I'm a Ducks and Flames guy being like that close to Calgary. And I'm like, I'm a Flames fan. Why am I like, I shouldn't be defending Leon Draisaitl against a journalist here. Like, come on.
You shouldn't, but that truly, like, I never.
Oh, yeah, that was absolutely. Leon played it perfectly, better than I would, honestly, if I was in his position. So.
Some of these athletes, just the way that they handle these, I always just give them credit because I can't imagine having to face, like, ooh, that was a good shot by Kadri. Hit the post.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looked like it bounced right up in the air, too.
Damn it. But, like, these players, how they can go out there and give these people, like, good answers after they've just played an intense game for 60 minutes is just always mind-blowing to me.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing was about the Jim Matheson thing. I was talking about this earlier. He asked Draisaitl the same question like 3 times, and the clip we saw was the 3rd time. The first time he gave like a halfway decent answer, but I guess Jim didn't like it, so he asked it again, and Draisaitl was like, "Yeah, sure." And the 3rd time, Draisaitl gave him that answer. Like, of course, he's saying that. Like, get out of his face.
My favorite thing too is when Matheson asked him that question afterwards, like, "What? You showed your emotion. You think it's a good thing?" He just goes, "Yep."
Yeah. There's the sarcasm, especially, right?
Like, why are you being pissy? Why are you asking me the same question 3 times? Just say who you want me to throw under the bus. That's what you want so badly here.
And like the sarcasm and attitude is just, it's interesting because it's coming from a German who basically grew up in Canada. So it's like such a mix of humors almost, right? Like,
he cracks me up. What do you think about this one, Nate? How do you like Kodak Black at the Panthers game last week? What were your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, he's definitely playing into the hockey stereotype of getting in deep, right?
We had to have a whole video review and everything.
Well, yeah, and you had like the side cams, and like, of course, you had to have Roberto Luongo chip in on it too, right? When he's in the press box beside, or the suite beside, right? So
that was my favorite thing, is just the Panthers brass next to looking over. That was hilarious, man.
What is going on over there?
Yeah, exactly. I had to get in on the action a little bit on my Twitter as well. Do some jersey designing and stuff like that. And this wasn't like a full redesign or anything like that, but I was like, after the whole Kodak Black incident, the Florida Panthers are unveiling their jersey ad for next season, and I put the hub logo on it. So it got a good reaction. So the one thing I was laughing about that though, wasn't even like necessarily related to the concept or anything like that. It was
that is out of the net. That was an inch away from going in. Sorry to cut you off again.
No, it's all good. I saw it out of the corner of my eye here too.
An inch away from making nothing. And once again, talking about this earlier, these two teams can't stand each other.
It's Delaurier. Mikko, Mikko's heated, bro.
Mikko might rip someone's head off right now. He is pissed.
Yeah, I mean, Nate, I agree. Like, oh, hang on. We got someone saying that's a goal. I don't know.
It was in the net, but I think it was after the whistle blew is what the call's probably going to be here.
Yeah. I mean, the angle we had, we can't definitively say if that was in or not. But
not yet.
Yeah, even going back to that penalty earlier, McKinnon did get drilled, and then Rantanen kind of did the same thing, and Rantanen got called for it. So that's why he was so mad. And O'Connor shooting it right at Gibson's chest on the penalty kill. Let's see this replay again. Compher shoots it. Big, juicy rebound given up by Gibson. Rantanen can't control it. And that puck is not in the net. That is a great save from John Gibson.
Yeah, there would be the
almost lost it, but he's able to cover. Oh, wait, no, Rantanen put that. I didn't see that, but Rantanen did put that in, but they did wave it off. So I guess
that's the problem. We can't hear the whistle.
Yeah, that's the thing about this. We don't have sound, so we can't hear the whistle. So we just have to go with the ref's call there.
Yeah,
I did not see that puck go in.
I'm assuming the whistle
replay.
I'm assuming the whistle.
They're putting Rantanen in the box too.
Delaurier as well.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm about to say, if you're putting Rantanen,
I mean, that's not exactly a fair trade-off. No offense. All right, so we got 2 minutes for roughing and 2 minutes for roughing, offsetting penalties. I mean, Delaurier for Rantanen, I mean, not exactly fair, but, Rantanen was a little heated in that scrum, I would say.
Yeah, everybody was. That's always what happens when it's around the goalie, right?
Yeah.
And if you're one of those goalies, like me, you get involved in it sometimes. But and definitely Gibson does that sometimes here. And it looked like he was about to. I was like, oh man, here we go.
Delaurier didn't jump in there. He was going to go right at him.
Yeah,
John Gibson's feisty, man. He's feisty. He's not.
He is. I love him. I love him. But he picks the right times to be feisty too, right? So it's not like a Jordan Binnington where he's like just going out trying to find a fight right away kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't hate John Gibson like I hate Jordan Binnington.
Oh no, I don't hate John. I love John Gibson. I think he's just a chill.
I feel like Jordan Binnington is like a collective Western Conference. We don't like this guy thing.
I think he's just an Eastern Conference guy. We hate this guy too. He's just a total dork.
What are they? I wish I could hear what they were talking about.
I think they're arguing about whether the whistle blew, and we have no idea. So.
Yeah. Sound off in the comments what they're talking about, because we can't listen.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and check Twitter to see what the general consensus is. The call stands, no goal. The refs blow whether they intend to or not. Intent to blow is what they're saying right now.
Still talking about the Kodak Black thing there?
Maybe. Yeah, there might not have been a whistle until the puck was in, but intent to blow seems like what happened here. But they're also asking why the whistle was blown. Let's see this angle here.
I mean, the puck's covered up.
He has it covered, and it's dug out from under the
intent
gloves.
To blow. I can't be mad at that. I mean,
Mikko's stick definitely gets under there, but you give the benefit of the doubt to the goalie in those situations.
Yeah, if the situation's reversed and if that was called a goal, I would flip my laptop.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's going to be 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. 11-11 make a wish to go left in the third period here. Still 1-0 for the Avalanche. This has taken a long time to get this puck dropped again. It is 12:30, guys. I'm tired.
I don't know why they don't just do a TV commercial during that. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I mean, I guess they were reviewing it the whole time, but
yeah.
We're going to go, we're going to get another minute of play, and then we're going to have a commercial break for 3 minutes. So,
yeah. An avatar here in chat saying refs lost view of the puck. Also very fair.
There you go.
Fair.
I want to ask you. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. It wasn't important.
I wanted to ask you guys something. Just being Avalanche fans, I'm personally a fan of it. Being a avid jersey guy and that sort of thing. But what's your guys' thoughts on the the loss of the black in the Avalanche look? Like the pants, the helmets, the numbering. What do you guys think about it?
I'll go first. I hated it at first. It has grown on me tremendously. I think it looks better. The black was never really in our color, so I kind of get why they do it. I wish they'd just make our third jerseys our primary jerseys because those are our best jerseys.
That's yeah.
But the blue's grown on me. I definitely was opposed to it at first, but it truly has grown on me, especially the away kit.
I draw the line at blue numbers. That's where I'm like, no, absolutely not. But the blue pants, they've grown on me, especially now that we've gone to the blue helmets too. Now it all fits. The blue numbers, I'm like, no.
I think you needed the blue numbers, otherwise that's like an overpowering of the burgundy on the jersey alone.
Yeah, I kind of like the blue, honestly. I think the blue numbers, they've truly grown on me.
My thing about the blue is that it didn't seem like it even matched the other shades of blue on the jersey, so it just stuck out even more.
Yeah.
It was just that twill fabric that just kind of had that almost shine to it.
Yeah. They've grown on me. What are your thoughts on these Ducks jerseys? Because Griff and I were not very complimentary of them to start the game.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of them. So personally, like out of the three that they wear, the Mighty Duck is my favorite, the orange ones. And even then, I'm not a crazy fan of this copper gold that they've had for years. I'd prefer them to get rid of it and embrace the silver instead a little bit more. I think it would personally clean it up. So,
what were your thoughts on the reverse retro? I love the reverse retro.
At first, I was like, because I was kind of hearing the reports of kind of like the leaks or that beforehand, right?
Right.
And I was like, they're really gonna go with like the ugliest jersey, almost the ugliest jersey known to man. Like, all right, that's ballsy. And the original like leaks that were going out was that it was going to be like the orange and black, like the modern colors.
Oh,
that would have been terrible.
Yeah, but then after seeing the the reveal of the white version of it, the reverse retro looks better than the original to me, actually. And it grew on me to a point that I have one in my closet now. So
yes, I loved them. I got so much backlash. I loved those jerseys. I thought they were so cool.
If I'm not mistaken, it was a top 3 selling for the NHL.
Yeah,
for the reverse retros. Yeah,
I told you, Griffin. I told you, man. You were giving me grief about that jersey. I think
it was behind.
People bought it as a bit.
I think it was behind Washington and is it Tampa? I think.
Was it Tampa? I don't even remember theirs.
Or Tampa was somewhere in the top 5. I think.
Yeah,
are we sure it wasn't? Not even biased. Are we sure it wasn't Colorado because of the Nordiques?
Oh, it might have been Colorado, actually.
Yeah, because I feel like ours did very well, didn't it? Yeah, like the one.
That one is a beautiful jersey.
Yeah,
I sold out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
The
Caps did have a really good one. I mean, I got lucky with both my teams having good jerseys, but I got unlucky because
I wish I could have gotten one of those Capitals ones. That would have been beautiful. That'd have been beautiful to add. So because I am trying to do like the 32 of 32 collection, so. That'd have been a very nice one to add.
Yeah. Okay. So the top 5 selling ones, I'm looking at it right now. Avalanche 1, Capitals 2, Coyotes 3.
That took a cheat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hurricanes 4.
Whalers.
And then the Stars 5.
Stars. That's interesting.
The Stars one I kind of like too. It was the all white one. I thought they were pretty good.
That's interesting.
Nah, I'm not a fan of that one.
Yeah, and then
it looks so minimal, like the Detroit one.
That's true. And then number 6 was the Ducks.
Oh, okay, there you go. So that must be like the updated from when I had last seen it. But
but the Ducks one, I loved the Ducks jerseys. Like I thought,
like the fact that it was that high selling though, I think shows even more that original color palette, or at least like the Disney-esque Mighty Duck. That needs to come back for their branding, 100%.
Yeah, so. it would just be better for the game in general to have that reference to the Mighty Ducks again, because for a lot of people, that's their only introduction to hockey. And as we see with Nate here, he agrees with me. Like I hated the blue at first, but it does look good, and I don't like the away blue numbers; they just don't fit. And he's also asking, anyone know why we're wearing our home jerseys for tonight? That one was a close one for Berkey. I think it's because the Kings are wearing their thirds tomorrow. So we asked the Ducks if we could wear our home ones tonight so that we could, I don't know, but I think it's because the Kings are wearing their thirds tomorrow. That would have made it weird for us to wear our white ones there.
Yeah. If we were able to, I think it would have been really cool to see like the alternate orange against your guys' home. That could have been a cool color matchup, but I understand for TV, you can't really do that.
Yeah, like my thing with the Ducks' current jerseys is like you look at the crowd right now; it's very bland. Like they need to, I think, commit to the orange.
Yeah,
I like the purple too. I really like the purple.
Yeah, just commit to a color that isn't like brown or black. Like
if you look in the crowd and like take a good look, it's either like the 25th anniversary jersey, which is like a black, but it has the purple and teal in it.
That's a pretty jersey.
Oh boy! Oh, the Ducks are swarming here.
Oh, that original jersey from the 90s, or it's the orange Mighty Duck, right? So
yeah,
like the fans have spoken so much about this, and it sounds like the Samuelis, the owners of the team, they want to stay away from the like the Disney branding and stuff like that. So
makes no sense, man.
That's dumb.
Well, especially when they sell like the original, like not even like the NHL original Mighty Duck from like D2, but like the original like green District 5 jersey. They sell that in their team store.
Right.
That makes sense.
So yeah.
All right, so we got a math problem here for you guys, and if you get it wrong, we're gonna laugh. If I'm 4 and my sister's half my age, how old is she when I'm 100?
I'm not answering that.
She's 98.
Correct, 98. That part says right underneath that. Christian very smartly bailing out on it.
Yeah, no, I wasn't. Math was not my strong suit.
We got Lauren saying that beautiful girl was wearing the blue Mighty Ducks jersey. I did notice that earlier with the older blue Mighty Ducks jersey. Is speaking of the Ducks, they're really swarming here in the last couple seconds or so as we're down to the final 6 minutes of the third period.
What happened to this third period? It was moving so slow, and now we're
going.
I know. I think we just got so distracted with our conversation that we look up and all of a sudden there's 6 minutes left in the game.
Oh, I mean, this game hasn't. That's been the most exciting part of the game.
Like, we got 31-24 in shots for the Ducks right now, still out shooting them. I mean, even if this score holds, this is a victory for the Ducks holding the Avalanche below 4 goals because no one's been able to do that in a long time.
Sweet. Well, I'll definitely take that as a win, and I'll be sure to let our Ducks audience know that on our stream tonight. So I do got to go finish up some stuff before we start that. So I will leave you boys to handle this audience as well as you've had, or as well as you have for the rest of the game here. So yeah, if you guys want to check out more of Carter and I, be sure to check us out after this game is done. It'll be about 10 minutes after. We'll be live as well doing our own show. And for you boys, have a great rest of your stream. Congrats to Nazem Kadri. I did vote him. I was voting him constantly. That was definitely deserved. And I really hope, boys, that Francois here gets a shout out for you guys. So.
Oh, why would you say that? Why would you say that?
That was mean. That was mean.
That's uncalled for. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. You still
have a good night, boys.
We'll see you later, man.
I think I've forgotten about you, Nate.
Never will, bud.
Never, never, never.
We'll catch you guys later.
All
see
right,
you, man.
Later, buddy. Thanks for joining us.
All right.
I love that guy.
All right, let's focus up. God, Nate was awesome. That was awesome.
I love Nate. He's great. I wanted to have him on the pod this year, but unfortunately, it's our last Ducks game, and the schedule just didn't line up for us this year. I had him on a couple times last year when I was by myself, and they run a great show over there at the Quack Report. I mean, for a show about the Ducks, which no offense, like a lot of people just aren't interested in the Ducks. They're not really a national team. They do extraordinarily well, and that's for a very good reason. I know I say this about every show, but I really mean this. They are one of the best shows on the network. They're excellent stuff.
Wow. How much time you got left on your TV, man? Who's hurt? Ref. Who cares?
Right now, I got 4 even.
Okay, yeah, you're about 8 seconds ahead of me.
All right. So still 1-0. Somehow we have a goal in this game, and then somehow we've still gotten nothing else for this one. This is a brutal game to put on national television.
Yeah, I mean, this third period's been good though. It's been a good third period.
It's been an entertaining third period. We were definitely getting some shots on goal. Now let's get some of these comments here. Jacob saying, I asked my friend that question. She said 50. I said, Bish, you dumb.
Okay.
Hollywood saying it's over. That's our Ducks guy from earlier. He's trying the reverse jinx right now after he said Ducks earlier. Well, he's for the Ducks. He's trying the reverse jinx.
I know.
And I'm acknowledging the reverse jinx so it cancels out in the end. And you got Charles here saying utter trash, backed Colorado to win 2-0, score in the last 5 minutes on both the second and the third. Lovely, fixed NHL. Certainly feels that way sometimes, you got to say. But you still got a chance here. You still got 3 minutes left to score in this final third period. If we get an empty netter, I think as long as I'm not reading your bet wrong, you should still win that one.
Yeah. What's this last one here? Colorado never wins Stanley. I mean, we've won 2, so.
Yeah, we've won 2 of them already, and odds are we're going to win a couple here. But, who's Stanley?
Yeah. Isn't that the name of the Florida Panthers mascot?
I think so, right?
Stanley C. Panther, I think is his name.
Uh-huh. Hollywood saying NFL is fixed and rigged as well. It certainly feels that way sometimes.
It does, but.
Puck rule, first and foremost.
Oh, he said NFL. I thought he said NHL.
Yeah, isn't the Tuck rule today? Isn't that the anniversary?
Yeah, it's like the 14-year anniversary.
I think it's 20 years. Wasn't it like 2000?
Yeah, it was 2001. You're right.
Yeah. Oh my, is that really?
Yeah, dude, you're getting old, man.
I'm 21.
Yeah, you're getting old.
But I'm not. That's the thing. That's the 20-year anniversary, and I'm 21.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And Charles saying carbon copy of their last 2-0. Lauren saying I'm proud of my Ducks defensively. If only our offense can get it together.
I thought the Ducks have played a good game. Like the Avs do not.
Ducks are playing very. Frankie is standing on his skull right now.
Yeah,
we begged for goaltending just to steal a game, and assuming this score holds, there's a lot of time left. He has done his part.
There's a lot of hockey left.
Yeah, sports is like the WWE now. It's all scripted, right? It's all scripted. It's all just fake.
Can I get that script so that I can start winning some more bets?
Yeah, I would who writes these scripts?
Yeah.
They do a really terrible job.
That'd be really cool if
who wrote the script of it in Montreal in the final last year? You should be fired.
Yeah, that was a bad script.
That was a very good script with the first round though. Leafs blowing the 3-1.
Yeah, that was great.
That was top tier comedy. Whoever wrote that one, keep it up. Whoever had the Jets sweeping Edmonton, you're terrible. That was boring. Whose palms do we have to grease to get Colorado to the Stanley Cup? I want to find their names. That's all I want to know.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Nate saying Ducks are doing amazing. They really are. I mean, our only goal is pure luck. I mean, just pure and utter luck. They are killing it defensively right now. Saying Lauren Ducks have only gave up 1 goal. And saying, yep, there's no wonder the Russians have signed up with the NHL. I love this bit that everything is just fake. I love that. It's so funny.
I mean, it's a very don't get me wrong. I will say the same thing when my team gets fucked.
Oh, yeah. Every time my team loses, it's scripted and boring and fake. But every time we win, it's because of skill.
Yeah, we're the best team.
Yeah.
Let's be real here.
Biggest betting firm in Russia signs deal with NHL. Yep, it's over. Those dang Russians writing those scripts for us. They've hacked it. It's over. I have no idea.
Yeah. Is that true?
I have no idea. Yeah. Eric saying it's nice having a backup goalie to lean on every once in a while like Frankie, right? It's so nice having a backup goalie for the first time in 2 years. Because last year, Frankie was hurt the entire time, and we had to go trade for Devin Dubnyk.
I do miss JoJo, though.
I miss Joe. As a third goalie, I miss JoJo.
What happened with Kadri there? Is he okay? Okay, he looks okay. Sorry.
Puck goes up and out of play. I think they're going to make a case for a delay a game here.
On the Abs?
No, on the Ducks. I don't think they're going to call it, though. See, NFL has been proven to be scripted. The commissioner has even said so. Video is on YouTube.
Dude, how's that not a high stick on Getzlaff?
They're not going to call anything right now.
What?
Saying Troy Terry will score. That would be a fascinating script because Troy Terry's not playing.
Yeah, he's
so,
not.
All of a sudden, the lights dim, music drops, the Stone Cold Steve Austin theme plays. Troy Terry steps on the ice and ties the game with a second left.
Okay, maybe Kadri grabbed his stick and put it in.
Maybe, but even then, the McCarr thing from a couple months ago, that doesn't matter. Control your stick.
Control your stick, bro.
Automatic. High sticking is supposed to be automatic. You got to control your stick. The net is now empty for the Ducks with 2:20 to go.
Oh, geez, man. Here we go.
All right.
Time for some big boy hockey.
See, no penalty for a high stick against Kadri. That's 100% a penalty. Kadri got hit in the stick with a high face.
High face.
Kadri got hit in the stick with a high face. I love talking sometimes. I'm so bad. Kadri got hit in the face with a high stick. Yeah, that definitely should have been a penalty, but they're trying to keep this.
They called offsides. Oh, was he offsides?
They're not going to show a replay, so this is going to be a long 2 minutes, man.
Yeah.
The game is over, making sure they get the empty net. Let's see this again. Was it offside? Yeah, he was pretty offside.
Yeah.
He was a mile offside.
Okay.
I didn't even see McKinnon. I didn't even see McKinnon on the first time they showed that.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, I take back my dramatic.
Yeah, but I see what you were saying. Like McKinnon was so far offside, he wasn't even on screen.
Yeah.
So we thought they were calling that on Landeskog.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, McKinnon was offside the Avatar. We saw that on the second one. Now we got 1:50 left in this game. We got to kill this one off. You two are complete goofs. Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's what we're going for. So
yeah, better to be goofy than serious. Is that a penalty they're calling here? Comtois looks like he's it's hard. It's the only thing about not having sound. Sometimes you can't tell. It looks like they're not calling a penalty, but Comtois was down and hurt for a second. Let's see what happened. Rantanen just ran him over. Looks like they're not going to call a penalty on that. I don't imagine the Ducks are going to be too happy about it. You got 1:42 left in this one. Still, Avalanche still holding on to a 1-goal lead, 33-25 in shots for the Ducks. Like I said, this is going to be a long 2 minutes.
It truly is. Especially, I'm heartbroken after the last time the Avs had the chance to end the game and Kirill Kaprizov happened. So
yeah, hopefully we're not having another defensive breakdown like that in front of the net again.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Come on, like we've gone this entire game without giving up one. Don't give one up in the final 90 seconds. That'd be awful.
That'd truly be atrocious.
Oh, please get that out of there. I'm gonna get a heart attack, man. Please don't do this. Thank you, Frankie. Get that up and out. That puck is up and out of play. They blow the play dead. There's another guy down on the ice again. Up, looks like he's okay. That was Zegras. Oh, let's see this one again. Taze is just having a few games in a row where he's just not making good decisions with the puck. It almost leads to a goal there, but they're able to get it out. That shot deflected up and out of play by Frankie on the shot by Trevor Zegras. This is just going to take forever.
Yeah.
So unless we get the empty netter, then it'll flow right by. You're playing for that $20 to hit here on that.
Yeah. Gotta keep my fingers crossed, man.
Let's finish this one out, please. This is the first time I've been invested in this game all night.
Yeah.
If I'm being real, this has been a slog of a game so far. Kadri's going to take this draw opposite of Ryan Getzlaf. And surprisingly, they're not kicking Kadri out yet. Looks like they might kick him out still. What are they doing here? Why? Okay. Come on, guys. Let's get this going here. Still time to kick Kadri out, and they didn't actually. He actually wins the draw. See what happens when you let him play for once? All right, Kadri, finish this off. Put it in the empty net. Down and in.
Let's
that
go.
Is game over. 2-0 for the Avs. Nazem Kadri into the empty nets. This one is done and dusted with 1:09 to go. In this one, the Avalanche are going to push their point streak even further. And they're still going to be without a loss in regulation since coming back from break. Somehow in this game, they're going to finish this one off with a win.
Yeah. Holy shit, man.
For a low event game, that was a stressful 2 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, man. Who was that to just slap the puck? That's my favorite thing to watch the opposing team's players do that.
I think that was Zegras, wasn't it?
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, B-Man is saying, very slow, I drifted off. Yeah, I kind of envy you, honestly. It wasn't very exciting until...
we got to record a podcast after this. So
yeah, we got to record a whole podcast after this still. It's probably going to be 2 hours long still. I'm not going to get any sleep tonight.
Yeah, me either.
Nate saying the Kadri man can. Finally, 50 seconds to go in this game. 2-0 for the Avs. Still finish this off here. Let's not screw this up again. Let's get another one here. Chase that one down. JT, can he make it 3-0? Just puts it wide of the empty cage. Come on. Let's get one more here for the culture. Come on, right back. And no, that I thought that went in. That one just goes wide from Mac. Or that's O'Connor again. Again, I screw up 25 and 29. Because I can't read. Down to the final 20 seconds of this one, the Ducks trying to get back on the board, and they ice the puck once again. It'll come all the way back down with 17 seconds to go. Fuzzy saying GG. Josh Holman saying, will they keep the streak alive with a tough month? That's going to be an interesting question. We got the Kings tomorrow night. I think that's going to be a really tough game, honestly. Then you got the Habs, which shouldn't be much of a problem. Of the Blackhawks, which, if the last game's any indication, could be challenging. Then you got the Bruins at home, which I think is going to be a real tough test.
Yeah, it's a good month. As long as, I mean, they're going to lose games. It's impossible to say they're going to win all of them. My goal is always in those tough games, if you can win half of them, you're happy.
Ranton. Oh, the net's not empty anymore. I thought Ranton was just going to pot it there. But that's going to wind out the rest of the clock. That is game, set, and match. The Avalanche win it 2-0 over the Anaheim Ducks. Christian's bet hits. This game is done. The Avalanche take it. And that is Sam Girard with a game-winning goal and Pavel Francouz with the shutout. We have begged for a goalie to steal us a game, and Pavel Francouz does the job tonight, so we can stop having segments about the Avalanche goaltending on NHL Network and everything else, because our goaltending is going to be just fine. Thank you very much. But the Avalanche win it. Frankie with the shutout, Sammy G with the game-winning goal, Nazem Kadri stays red hot, and we got that, man, the Vegas baby. This game's done and dusted. That game took forever.
It really did. That was truly a horrific game to watch. My eyes hurt, but hey, a win's a win.
Win's a win.
4 points in the column.
They don't all have to be pretty.
Yeah, they don't have to be pretty. I fully expect tomorrow to be a completely exciting game. But yeah, thank you everyone who tuned in and watched. We appreciate it. Like this was fun. Frankie with the shutout. Let's go. That was my exact reaction.
We got Boumet saying, appreciate your dedication. Good vibes. We appreciate you joining us, my friend. We are approaching 3 hours on this stream. I mean, the first 25 minutes we were watching the Rangers game.
Yeah.
And we got M. Pierce. I'm pretty sure this is the crossover podcast on Twitter too, asking goaltender controversy. I don't think so. No, I mean, Frankie just got a shutout of his own too. Granted, against Arizona, but that's 2 shutouts in the last 3 games.
Yeah, you don't have. There's no. I don't think there's anything as a goalie controversy. I'd rather have 2 good goalies than none.
Yeah.
So
all this says to me is we have 2 reliable goalies.
Yep.
And Avatar saying GG's. And as we said earlier with Nate, Frankie with the shutout. Eric saying, have a good night, guys. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much for joining us. Eric, we really do appreciate you. We appreciate all of you coming in and joining us for this. So, I mean, let's be real. This was allegedly a game of hockey. There was not a lot happening in this game until the 3rd period. So the fact that you guys stuck with us at all is you guys are just the best. And we appreciate you guys so very much. At the end of the day, you guys, we're just jesters here at the end of the day. We're here for your entertainment, and it means the world to us that you guys hang out with us. Thank you, Avatar, for saying great stream. And Nate saying take care, love the stream. Again, thank you everyone for joining us. It truly is humbling that you guys will spend your hard-earned time with us. And M. Pierce, yep, sure is the crossover podcast. Thank you for joining us again, my friend. Thank you for always interacting with us on Twitter as well. We do appreciate it. And yep, Frankie has yet to give up a goal in the shootout as well in his entire career. So as much as I hate shootouts, but as long as we're in it with Frankie, I feel just fine for him.
Feeling great, man.
Feeling great. But yeah, it is almost 1 a.m. here on the East Coast, and we still have an entire podcast episode to record. And are we streaming tomorrow night? I don't know.
TBD.
It might depend. It might not be up to us. We'll reach out to our guys at THPN, see what the plan is. We might not, but I can tell you for sure that in February, we've got a lot coming, and we are for certain doing the Blackhawks game on the 28th when we hit the road again. We'll for certain be doing that one, and I can tell you for sure we'll be doing Dallas, Vegas, Detroit, and the other Vegas game as well. So we've got a ton of stuff coming here over the next couple months, but we also got here on the Hockey Podcast Network, live streams practically every day. I'm pretty sure Neil's doing the Golden Knights in Montreal game tomorrow for sure.
Yep.
So if you guys want to like and subscribe, if you like what we're doing here, live streams pretty much every single night with not just me and Christian, with guys like Neil, guys like Nick, all the great hosts we have here at the Hockey Podcast Network. And thank you to all of our regulars who have tuned in. Once again, I can't stress enough how much it means to us that you guys tune in time and time again. Even for a slog of a game like this, you guys are here time after time. Like you all genuinely mean the world to us. And I speak on behalf of Isha and Dylan when I say that as well. So Christian, I think we're just about ready to wrap here.
Yeah, I got nothing else, man. Thanks to everyone who tuned in.
Yep. Thank you to everyone who tuned in for this one. We will be recording our next episode of the Tell It Avs It Is podcast on the Hockey Podcast Network, probably in 5 minutes. So if you want to catch our thoughts on this game and also the Minnesota game and everything in between, that one will be up in about 2 hours, actually, because we got to record this. I got to edit it and get it up by 3 a.m. my time. So we're going to get right to work on that. Once again, thank you so much for joining us, especially if you've been here the whole time. You guys are genuinely the best. And we'll see you guys once again soon. Hope to see you guys on the podcast. Remember to like and subscribe for everything else. Peace out, Donnell. Thank you so much for joining us once again. And we will catch you guys next time. Thank you so much once again for tuning in.